Hello, hello.
Daniel Ira.
Kakiro.
How are you, Daniel Ira?
I'm good. Good. How
How's
are
everything? How's life?
you? Life is good.
Oh, good.
How's your life?
I mean, if I'm next to you, it's always better.
Aye, mine too.
I mean, it doesn't count now. I said it first.
Well, it's not a competition.
Yes, it is. It always is. We're gonna continue our still life week, Daniel
Yes.
Ira.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a morning session today.
Yeah.
I think it's always good. I think you give a chance in the afternoon to the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And when we're earlier, you give a chance to the people across the Atlantic
Yes.
for us. So if you take us as the starting point.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good.
Yes.
We are going to do today something I think I've painted. Let me see. For our painted lives, I've painted
Yeah, you did.
it once or twice.
I think twice.
Twice,
Yeah.
actually. And it's something I really enjoy painting because I think it's a really abstract experience.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that can be rationalized. I guess if you wanted to make something up, like, if you're doing concept illustration and you have to try to understand what makes what I'm going to paint today, which is like a little aluminum foil bag, what makes it look like it and feel like aluminum foil? I guess you could study it enough to realize that it has like a local, color to it, if you could call it that. I mean, us painters, we have to understand it as color, but there is a local color, and then, depending on the way the facets, the direction in which the facets are facing, you're going to get reflections of whatever your light source is, and then you're going to get other reflections, the ones that are, the facets that are not facing the light are going to reflect, in this case, the darks are me. The darks are me getting close to the bag, trying to take a picture, and because I'm wearing dark, those dark shapes are me. And there's also another part where it's, as it turns, it's going to reflect the table. Now, all these things, I can try to make sense of them after the fact. Like, when I'm looking at the bag, I'm realizing, okay, this is this color because of this, because that's the, let's say, local color of the aluminum. These facets are lighter because they're facing the window. And these facets are darker because they represent the facets that are facing me. I'm trying to think, like, if I could do this from my imagination, and I mean, I could do a very, very simplified job.
Oh, I think that would be a hard
it's very
thing
tough
to do.
Yeah, no, this is very, very hard. Oh, there's a painter. I just remembered.
Who?
God, the thing is, I don't remember her last name that well. Her name is Teodora.
Mm-hmm. You want me to look for?
Yeah, please. I mean, she has like, I hope I'm not being ignorant here. She has like what seems to be a very like a Mexican last name, because it has like those AX sounds, or maybe it could be like in
Instagram?
No. Well, no, I saw her work. Yeah. It's like Teodora Laxante. I mean, I'm sounding it out, so I hope again.
Accente?
No, like Laxante.
No, because accente is.
Okay.
So Teodora accente.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
She does people wearing
I don't know if it's
aluminum
accente
foils.
or agente.
Right. It could be. And where is she from? Because she could either be Mexican or Spanish.
Look.
There we go.
Yes.
Can you check and see if she's Mexican or Spanish?
Yeah, for sure. Romania.
Okay.
Living and working.
What?
Romanian contemporary painter, living and working in Cluj-Napoca, Romania.
What? But that's that last name doesn't. I mean,
Well, I don't know.
Teodora is like a Spanish name, Latin name, if you want. Um,
No,
and
but yeah, born in
Ascente.
Romania.
Wow, but she has to have some Spanish. I mean,
I don't know.
that's gotta be
Or
Wh-
maybe you associated with it, but
no, but
maybe.
Romanians. No, I know what Romanian sounds like Romanian last names sound like. No, that's 100. I mean, right. I mean, let's be real here. Your name could sound like anything, but it doesn't take away from where you're born or what your nationality is. So I don't want to be prejudiced in that way. But it's clearly like I for sure thought she was either Mexican or Spanish.
No. So Romanian.
Jeez, look
From
at that.
Sibiu, Romania.
Yeah. Oof. Well, could you read maybe if she has a bio there or an interview or something?
So it says
Ascente. I would say it's
agente.
or Ascente. I
Well,
don't know.
Oaxaca.
Yeah,
Agente.
Agente. Oh yeah. Whoa, this is us
Not
thinking that it's
Chente
maybe
with-
Chentico.
No, not agente.
Oh,
So it says
yeah.
Teodora Accente
Okay.
is a Romanian contemporary painter living and working in Cluj-Napoca, Romania.
Okay.
Accente is known for her figuratively rendered paintings of enigmatic characters in a surreal and mysterious setting, juxtaposing the material and the spiritual.
Yeah.
So this is from contemporaryartissue.com. And
Okay.
it says, born in 1984
Oh,
in Sibiu,
contemporary.
Romania, Accente directs these images in reality before painting them meticulously. She makes costumes of unusual materials, creating a different world than the one we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Doing so, not only does she offer the opportunity for the depicted subjects to escape reality, she permits the viewer to do the same.
Okay.
We
It's a
encounter
lot of
several recurring elements
art speak.
throughout Accente's. I have no idea how to say this.
Go ahead.
Oeuvre,
Oeuvre. Yeah. I mean.
Accente's oeuvre,
I mean, again,
such as aluminum foil.
it's when you've said work a lot and you
Oeuvre.
don't want to repeat it. You don't want to say work all the time, like your work.
Is it like obra?
Ugh. Yeah, it's French.
Oeuvre.
Yeah, but it's like
Such as aluminum foil, cardboard, transparent foil, taxidermy, or the suggestion of human-animal metamorphosis.
mm-hmm.
One might think this college of elements may feel random or disjointed, but actually there's a strong sense of harmony residing in these paintings. They present a figure covered and surrounded by materiality from this world, but it seems to reside in a different dimension.
Okay.
Doing so, her oeuvre
Okay.
is marked by a continuum formed by the dualism of the material and the spiritual.
Okay.
The depicted fabrics represent not only their substance, but our interpretation of them as a metaphor for our desires, emotions, and experiences. It's a very long.
Yeah, that's
Text.
getting not dense, but weirdly. I always feel like art speak can at first seem dense, and then at the same time, the more you read it, absolutely empty.
Yeah. You know what
I'm not saying
love?
anything like
No,
if she
no.
was okay with
Or maybe they wrote that.
yeah.
Which is also,
Well, no, because
or they approved that.
Yeah, I would say
So-
like that's maybe something that whatever, maybe a gallery that she was showing at, maybe a curator wrote it, or maybe it was a write up or a writer for some magazine. Yeah, no, I don't know.
But you know what I love?
What's that?
When there's like a super complex text about a work of art,
Yeah.
and then they ask the artist, and they're like, well, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I just like that palette. Like I didn't have that color in hand, so that's why I made the change.
Yeah.
It does not talk about like any more profound than that.
Yeah.
I love it. And that
honestly,
happens like
her
in
work-
literature,
Oh, every
in
bit of art.
everything, in
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, tough. And honestly, like, I think her work is just beautiful enough sensibly, if you look at it sensibly. But because they are people wearing, aluminum foil
Do
or
you
like
want me to
bubble
show it?
wrap or plastic wrap or
Do you want me to show one? Maybe this one
yeah, those are cool.
or this one?
I mean, they're wrapped in plastic or wrapped in aluminum foil. I don't know.
So let me show.
I don't know. I think I would be good writing those things, but I also feel that I would be like I would feel like I'm just writing so much nonsense at times that it's kind of crazy.
So,
Ah,
Berika was saying, can you write the name of the artist you're mentioning here? Yeah, for sure. So there it is. And give me 1 second so I can post an image of their work.
I'm going to start.
Yeah. So
Uh,
so all the conversation about um Theodora
yeah,
was because
yeah.
of
I'm
today's.
sadly I don't think my painting is gonna be it won't have the backstory that her painting has. Maybe her painting is far more complex in its inception than mine, and that's totally fine. That's totally cool. I'm not saying like simpler paintings are better or more complex paintings are, better because you can write more stuff like that about them. Um, no, but mine is a wrap of some cookies, I think. I forget
Yes.
what was in here.
Cookies.
Cookies. So, we ate the cookies, or I ate the cookies, and then I
I
saw
did
the
too.
wrap, and then, you want to paint it. So, a little bit simpler.
Hmm.
A little bit simpler. I don't know. No need to adorn it. A painting can be beautiful, just there. So, we're going to block it in, and the what I feel about painting something that's seemingly complex, and aluminum foil can be at times can feel terribly, terribly complex, um, is that you have to simplify it. You know who I think you can post images of Teodora,
Hmm.
and if you can, Danny, geez, what's his name? John Campbell? John Campbell?
Let's see.
Is it John Campbell? He does the giants. He does those self portraits of him like as a giant or like with the bunny teeth. Did you get
John what?
Campbell? Campbell?
Campbell?
Yeah, like Campbell soup.
Well, I got a John Campbell.
Maybe John Campbell artist. Is
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
John
Oh,
Campbell? Maybe somebody can
because
help
I'm
me here.
seeing this.
No, that's not.
So, because it
No.
says John Campbell. So,
Is that it? No, that's not it. No, 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 no. Oh, what's his? Oh, come on. Am I forgetting? No, 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 that's not it. Artist John Campbell painter, maybe.
I put John Campbell painting and it says John Campbell artist and it
Oh
shows the
no,
one that
John
I'm.
Campbell. Is it Campbell? Let me see, because maybe I have him. I can't start if we don't get this right. Self portrait, because he
Because I could
does really cool self portraits.
look at it here, maybe. So
Let
you.
me see in my Campbell. Is it Campbell? David Campbell.
David
David.
Campbell. So
Oh,
let's see.
I knew it was like a simple name. Forgot. So I apologize to David for that. I haven't met David.
So this one's.
Yeah. So look, he's got a couple of still lifes that are with aluminum foil that are absolutely brilliant. I feel like incredible. Okay, let's.
Like
Well,
this one, maybe?
yeah, whichever one you choose.
Perfect.
Um, So let's get started. I'm gonna use same palette as yesterday. So I'm using my kind of not extended. Let's not call it extended. But yesterday I did extend it a little bit because I did use bismuth yellow. We're gonna use my palette, my traditional palette, which is titanium white, yellow ochre, cad red, alizarin, raw umber, and ultramarine blue. So very simple. There's one yellow, two reds, one blue, one earth, and one white. So that's it. We're going to go with that. Go, Daniel Ira, go. If we solve this, we can tell people afterwards. We have a misplaced package. We were supposed to receive like a filter. You know, our water filter is like a big ceramic pot, like a really big ceramic pot. And we were expecting it, and it got to the building, but we didn't get it. And it's signed for, but we didn't get it. So Danny's going to delve deeper into this, the mystery of the filter pot. I don't know. So I'm going to use my traditional palette. And let's see. I want to make like a base tone, almost like what I was referring to as the local color, I guess, would be it. Which, you know, it's very nice because the painting is actually quite simple in its conception, in the sense that there is a midtone, there are lights, and there are darks. And there's not, you know, there's not much more to it. I mean, it's complicated, but it doesn't serve any purpose to just say, oh yeah, this is complicated to paint. The idea with art is to be able to digest something that is inherently complicated and make it, you know, manageable. So I'm gonna go for these midtones first, and I'm gonna try to group them as much as I can. I know that there's like little changes, you know, there's slight variations within that midtone, but it's too soon to pay attention to those right now. So we're gonna go for like a bit of a broader definition here. Okay, so it appeared? Oh, okay. So somebody had it. Somebody, no? Okay, you can let us know what happened. Because I told
yeah.
Yeah, I was telling the people about the mystery of the box. Filter pot.
Yeah, and it's a big box. I mean,
it's a big box. What? They hadn't, that's the truck? They were just making the delivery? Okay.
This is the box.
Yeah.
So it's, oh, maybe they're not listening to me.
No, watch it. Yeah, watch yourself there.
So I was saying that it's not like a tiny box. And apparently what happened, they misplaced it.
Okay.
But they put it in the gym.
I thought I went in there. Well, not a gym. It's a small room.
But it's called the gym.
Yeah, let's call it a gym.
I mean, it has like 2 machines, but it's a gym. And like he was telling me that he was like moving everything around, and there were 2 boxes there, and he saw that one, and it says the number of our apartment. So
there we go. Mystery solved.
Yes.
Good.
So I think the problem was that they didn't enter it into the notebook.
Oh, okay.
Like there was no record of it, so nobody knew about the box.
There we go.
So
perfect.
Yeah. So I have to contact the place, because they were like super diligent with everything, and they were asking me like how could they help.
Oh, good.
With what happened.
No,
yeah, so very good service.
There we go. Mystery solved. That's the important thing.
I thought it was maybe someone was like just planted a pot. A plant
I would have loved that.
because it looks like a pot.
I mean, it is a pot.
Well,
it is like a treated pot.
It's a
but it's a ceramic pot.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So I was trying to put David Campbell's painting.
Yeah.
Right before I stepped out, so yeah, but I'm happy it's solved.
There we go.
So yeah, so that's David Campbell's painting. So should we say hi?
I mean, if we have to. By the way, that's a running bit. I always sound like I don't want to say hi. But
No, but I think everyone
reality
knows
is
it's a
like
joke.
can't be farther from the truth
Mm,
because I abhor saying hi. So
so, Berika was
mhm.
saying hello.
Veruca Salt, yeah.
Was saying hello. This is a really good time for my time zone.
There we
I
go.
was catching up on yesterday's video. Hey, Berika. Happy to have you here. And happy that this one fits your time
Yeah.
zone. Diane McGrath was saying hey. Hey, Diane.
Hey, Diane.
How are you? Jakub Truszkowski.
Mhm.
Jakub Truszkowski. Jakub was saying
Yeah.
hello. Hey, Jakub. How are you?
Yeah. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry.
Gabriela Díaz Velasco dice hola Daniela y Nicolás. Hola Gabriela.
Uy, ¿y esto? ¡Qué emoción, Gavisita! Gabriela, ¿cómo se dice? Bom dia. Bom dia, presidente nuevo.
¿Y por qué estás saludando así?
Porque Gabriela
Está viviendo.
vive... sí, Gabriela
No
ya es
sabía.
brasilera, creo.
No sabía.
Gaby, cuénteme cómo va todo, cómo va esa vida, esa felicidad, cómo está ese prospecto de futuro,
Ay, me puse un...
cómo va la camiseta de Lula.
Carla Gómez dice hola. ¿Hay algún pintor surrealista que te guste?
¿Hay algún pintor surrealista que me guste? O sea, surrealista... surrealista, definición como mediados siglo XX, surrealista o surrealista como, no sé.
Más amplio.
Sí, surrealista como surrealismo contemporáneo, cosas así. Es más difícil de definir, es más fácil de definirlo como con el manifiesto surrealista, pero más difícil si uno hoy en día dice, bueno, ¿qué es surrealismo contemporáneo? Hay surrealismo pop surrealism,
Sí.
que es como todo ese arte que era medio como lowbrow, como medio clandestino, que se hacía como en la costa oeste, normalmente gringa, y que era hecho por muchos ilustradores.
Ujú.
Y sé que ese ya lo han catalogado como surrealismo pop.
Sí.
Em, como un ejemplo fácil de eso es Mark Ryden, por ejemplo. Ese es como súper sencillo. Pero, no sé, es que a mí, o sea, a mí el surrealismo tradicional, no sé, no soy así súper... O sea, esto no es malo ni bueno, ¿no? Simplemente es. Pero no soy tan fan.
Estaba buscando lo de surrealismo pop
Sí,
y se me viene a la cabeza mucho el libro de ese ilustrador que tenemos, el de Cactus.
es muy bueno.
Es muy bueno.
Uf.
Espérate,
deberíamos...
quiero el nombre.
¿No es japonés? ¿O no?
No,
El
ya
de
lo
León es
traigo.
japonés, ¿no?
Sí, el de León es japonés, ese sí. Pero ya lo traigo porque me recordó mucho a eso como del surrealismo pop y es muy chévere ese libro. Y lo tenemos 2 veces. Porque creo que el otro está en la casa de mis papás.
Ah,
Porque
tú me
yo te
regalaste
regalé
uno.
uno, que era el único que había en la biblioteca, en la librería ese día.
Sí,
Y
¿no te
me quedé con
aguantaste?
las ganas y fui como repetidas veces hasta que lo volví a encontrar y lo compré para mí.
Oye, qué duro porque entonces contemplabas que lo que es nuestro no es tuyo.
No, sino que
What?
en ese momento no vivíamos juntos y
U-
yo
mm,
quería tenerlo ahí
what?
conmigo.
Ush.
¿Qué tiene?
Uy.
No, por
Uy,
Dios,
si yo
pero
hubiera sido quien hace esto,
¿de
todo
qué,
se derrumba.
de qué hablas si no vivíamos juntos? Ahí sí no, ¿cómo?
Pero, ¿y vivir juntos es lo que para ti solidificó la relación?
No, pero pues es que yo no es como que tuviera ese libro ahí nomás cuando lo quisiera ver. Y yo dije, bueno, se lo regalé a Nicolás.
Wow. Uy,
Ay,
yo sé que tú sabes que te
qué
estás metiendo
drama.
en
No,
problemas.
obvio no.
Uy. What? La verdad se demora, pero llega, como la justicia. Este es un momento traumático, pero muy importante para mí. Solo quiero decirlo.
¿Traumático?
Es traumático.
O
Es
sea, esta es la
traumático.
traición más grande.
No, no es traición, pero pues me aclara muchas verdades. Me aclara muchas
¿Qué estás
verdades.
hablando? No, pero si uno no vive junto,
¿Qué más compraste que era nuestro que ahora
No.
que sentías la necesidad de que fuera tuyo?
nada.
Nada.
Perdón, tú me
Di nada
regalaste.
más. Di
¿Nada?
nada
No.
más.
Tenemos
La manera
dos
apropiada de
copias de
responder.
este libro.
Nada más.
Se llama Cactus.
¿Me puedes decir de qué otras dos cosas tenemos dos copias en esta casa?
Del libro que era tuyo teníamos dos copias.
Ah,
Uno que tenías tú
bien.
en tu casa
Gracias. Muchas gracias
y uno
por
que me regalaste a mí con dedicatoria.
O sea, nuestro libro, ¿cuál es?
Tú me lo regalaste a
No,
mí con dedicatoria.
Gracias, señora. Le pido conteste la pregunta que se le está haciendo. Sí, gracias, señor juez, por decirle eso a la señora. ¿Qué libro es el nuestro? ¿De ese libro al que te refieres?
Pues el que tiene la dedicatoria.
O sea,
Porque el otro lo
el
dejaste.
libro que te dediqué y que te di
El otro
es
lo
el
dejaste.
nuestro.
O el otro lo dejaste en la casa de tus
No,
papás.
señora, ese es el libro de mi mamá. ¿De
No,
qué hablas?
señor. No, señor.
¿De qué hablas?
Había dos copias.
No, señora, en la casa
Sí,
de mi mamá no
señor.
hay dos copias.
Sí, señor.
No, mi
Bueno,
amor.
ya. A ver,
Wow, sí, cambia de tema porque lo que acaba de pasar es difícil. Es difícil de manejar.
no.
Es difícil. Es bien complejo.
Entonces,
Define
libro.
totalmente lo mío es tuyo. Redefine. Lo
no,
mío es
pero
tuyo.
ya estás como hasta
Qué
asustando.
dolor. Yo me voy a comprobar hoy si puedo pintar con dolor.
El libro se llama Cactus de Yoko Kitami
Mm,
y es muy chévere.
mm.
Ay, pero ¿sabes qué es más el del león? ¿El otro?
Estaba pensando, sí, por eso decía.
O sea, todo este drama, Nicolás, y traje el libro que no era.
Mm,
Esperen, ¿este no era? Este también es un muy buen libro, pero es el otro, el del león, ya lo traigo.
lástima. Y por mencionarlo, la caja de Pandora que abriste. ¿De ese sí? No, no tienes que decir de ese sí. Del resto de todo lo que habita en este apartamento, solo hay una copia. Porque es nuestro. Lo tuyo es mío, lindita. Lo tuyo es mío. Y lo mío es tuyo.
Entonces,
Mm,
no era ese otro, el de
Mm.
Cactus, también muy bueno, muy recomendado.
ujú,
Es este,
mm.
no se ve,
No.
de Ataka,
A ver, los dos eran japoneses. Son japoneses.
Mundo Loco de Ataka, dice. ATAK.
A-T-A-K. Ah, no, entonces. Suena a seudónimo.
Sí, dice Fulgencio Pimentel e hijos.
Sí, es fantástico.
Pero
ese
es muy chévere. A ver, espérense porque esto tiene como un blur del fondo y no me está dejando mostrar.
libro. Pero la vez pasada
Ya,
lo
ya ahí lo quité.
ajustaste y no hizo nada, ¿te acuerdas? Pues te
Sí.
oí decir, esto no hace nada.
Como dije.
Esto no hace nada.
Sí, no, pero lástima, es que acá no se puede ver muy bien,
Pues quieres que lo ponga. Ah, bueno, ya
pero
pinté.
es muy chévere. No, porque se mancha,
Sí, de pronto. Nunca he manchado nada.
pero es muy chévere. Muy chévere.
Muy bonito.
Muy bonito. muy
Como
chévere.
fue nuestra relación.
Ay, qué feo eso que acabas de decir.
¿Tú dirías doblemente feo?
Sí, es muy chévere. A ver. Oscar SM dice, ay, no discutan que me pongo triste, por favor. No, Oscar, a ver, yo por eso tengo que aclarar siempre que Nicolás, cuando actúa,
Ujú.
la gente se lo cree. No, obviamente no estamos discutiendo. O sea, obviamente es una bobada. No discutiríamos por eso. Y yo sé que él ya va a usar esto para seguir el chiste y decir que
¿Es una bobada?
sí. Pero no, pero yo sí creo que es importante que aclares
Sí, sí.
que es un chiste.
Lo que pasa es que se daña el chiste si tengo que
Pues
decir
sí,
que
mi
no es
amor,
verdad.
pero creo que estamos en el punto donde hay que aclararlo.
Bueno,
Entonces, Oscar, tranquilo.
Oscar no.
Es un chiste.
Nosotros-
O sea, así molestamos siempre. Entonces es como, no sé, oye, me voy a comer la manzana que dejé ahí. Y el otro abre los ojos porque se la comió y es como, no, traición, pero no. Tranquilos, es un chiste, no estamos,
No es lo mismo, pero bueno.
no estamos peleando. Felipe Neves dice, me gusta tu expresividad de expresión de pintura.
Muy amable, gracias.
Víctor Torres dice, si les gusta ese estilo de libros, les va a gustar el arte de Scott Lava.
Ah, es muy lindo Scott Lava.
Mm,
¿Tú lo has visto?
a ver.
Y está haciendo como unas esculturas que son preciosas. Yo alguna vez, como dije,
Ah, sí, lo he visto. Oye, sí, sí, sí.
quiero ver si puedo conseguir una escultura. Son costosas.
Sí. Muy por fuera de nuestro
Sí,
presupuesto.
sí, sí, sí.
A ver. Dice Julián Cabrera was saying, hello, have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Julián. Hola, ¿qué tal? Emily Hughes Art was saying, I've never been this early. This is exciting for me. Haha.
Oh.
Hello, Danny, Nick, and everyone. Hey, Emily. Welcome since
To the
the
jungle.
beginning. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome since the beginning.
Yeah. Noran was saying, hi, Danny and Nicolas, long-time watcher from Saudi Arabia. First time being able to catch a live video. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. If you have any question, any topic of conversation, anything you
Feel betrayed by?
would like to comment so we could have a conversation around it, it's very welcome. Very much welcome. Josh Barrigada was saying hi from Guam. I love you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. We're getting a lot of different people from our usual suspects.
Which is very cool.
Always good to
Yes.
know the extent of where the people are listening or viewing to our streams. That's awesome.
And I think we've never had someone from Guam.
From Guam?
No.
I'm trying to think. Maybe one time.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of remember, but maybe one time I remember.
Well, maybe. But I think I've never heard someone from Guam. I think I would remember, but maybe you remember better than me.
Not the time to fight with me, Danny.
Happy
Happy to have you.
was saying hello, hi, good morning. Happy to have you. How are you? Long time no see. Gil Robles was saying good morning / afternoon. I have been enjoying the interview videos you have on your channel. I watched the conversations with Elisa Ivanova and Ruprecht von Kaufmann. I enjoyed both of them.
Thank
You're
you.
really good at doing these interviews. It was a great conversation with both artists.
Thank you. I still feel I talk a lot, but it's very hard. It's very, very hard because you never know how much people want to talk. Sometimes people can tell you, oh yeah, awesome, let's do an interview. But that doesn't mean, maybe you ask a question, and this hasn't happened with the people that we've had the chance to interview. So, but maybe sometimes you ask a question and maybe the answer, like you expect to have like a, let's say 10, 15-minute conversation from that answer. And maybe the answer is like super short. And you go like, what do I do now? So it's really tough to try to guide a conversation or to establish a place where, a conversation can be kind of spurred.
Also, like the times of the response of a virtual conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're way different because sometimes they have a delay, so you think they're not answering back.
Yeah.
But they're just listening to what you're saying, so then you say something and they just like step in to answer. So you're just like...
Yeah, you're stepping into their words all the
exactly.
time, which is
Yeah.
very unfortunate because that sounds rude many, many times.
No, but I think everyone that has used like Zoom or Skype or whatever platform to have those sort of conversations, they know that it's like hard because of the delay.
Yeah, it's difficult. Just not having somebody face to face that you kind of can read their body and know, okay, I think they're done with what they wanted to say. Even for me, not looking at you, Danny, is very strange.
For me too. Yeah, for me too.
Because we even
That's why I look at you a lot of times, which is weird because I'm looking at like your head and
Yeah.
your ear.
I could put like googly eyes if you want.
No, no. So then I
Like
would never go.
like an open mouth.
No.
We could
'Cause
do
that's
that.
like
We could try that
creating-
out.
no,
Oh,
that's
I'm so
creating, like,
psyched
a
about
new
that.
Persona.
Oh, we need that.
No, because I
Oh.
wouldn't be talking to you. I would
I
be
know,
talking
you
like
could call it
to
like another name.
Baldy.
Okay, that's the first one you came up with?
Well, if it's in your head
Oh my god.
or heady, I don't know.
That's
Hedolas.
none of those are good and borderline offensive.
Hedolas?
I mean, honestly, today, reckoning. Oof.
Oh, Jesus. No, but yeah, I get it. Because it's also weird not looking at you when we're talking. Even that's why sometimes you or I step in each other's conversation.
Yeah, all the time.
Because I don't know when you're finished. So maybe if I could see your gesture,
Mm-hmm.
I would know that you're about to say something, but I just don't. So I just say something and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. All
Happens
the time.
a lot.
So yeah,
Happens
yeah.
a lot.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Tintin Rosales was saying, so funny, Danny. So they liked my name suggestions.
Oh, great. Now
And-
it's just bullying.
And Tintin was also saying, hi guys, glad to catch you live early.
Hey, Tintin. Go to
Hey,
bed.
Tintin. Happy to have you here, Tintin.
Go to
What time
bed.
is it, Tintin? Josh Barrigada was saying, so our friend from Guam
Yeah?
was saying, listen since the beginning of the pandemic, but yes, it's been a minute. It was me and my friend Gino, and you followed him. I've been become such a better painter from this YouTube, especially color wise.
Oh, see? So maybe
Yeah,
maybe
so
I
you
do
have a great-
remember.
Yeah, so you I'm sorry I didn't remember. But so happy to have Josh and Gino from Guam. And since the beginning of the pandemic, so
Yeah,
since the
old
beginning
school.
of OPL.
I know. It's a sad way of remembering it, but yes, it's true.
Yeah. Tintin was saying 11:21 p.m.
Go to bed.
Tintin, that's late. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not late for Tintin.
I still
It's
I
always
have to
early
say, I have
for
to be
Tintin.
honest, and Tintin knows this. You know, doing a workshop, like online workshops, is very difficult because
Mhm.
many times, like I always understand that people have different personalities or different just, manners of working. A lot of times people say, if I'm painting, I can't be talking. Like I'll
Mhm.
put headphones on, I'll put my music on, like I don't want to be distracted. But if I'm hosting the workshop, well, you expect the person to be active constantly, and that's not. Danny knows this. Like that's not a super big issue for me.
No, but it's still an
but-
issue. I
But
mean,
I'll talk a lot, and many times during those workshops, like people won't quite, answer back or just
or
make
maybe
a
they're muted
conversation.
because I've seen that they are like laughing.
Yeah, or maybe
they're
they're like super respectful.
muted.
They don't know if they should participate. Like they don't know if like should I butt in? Like maybe I'm just annoying if I start asking questions or so usually you get, a lot of, I would say most people are like that. They're very respectful,
Mhm.
because I think in a way it's very respectful. But I always appreciate if people, strike a conversation. And Tintin, mind you, when I was doing that workshop, it was like midnight for her and then just
Sorry, I'm
early
sorry, I just coughed.
midnight and
mic.
early morning. So she was just up all night, like literally up all night for the workshop. And Tintin was always just making a conversation, always like answering back and always. So I am indebted, and I really appreciate when people can do that, and especially Tintin during that workshop, because it just makes it a little bit easier. Obviously, with
course.
company, everything is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So I think I said it before, but thank you, Tintin, for all that company.
Tintin was saying, I was talking too much, and like an
What?
ashamed face.
Dude,
Tintin,
no.
that's like
That's like
the best
literally
thing that
what I
could
was.
happen to
Yeah.
Nicolas.
Yeah, yeah. Because then you realize it's not the ether. Like, it's not this empty void that you're talking, that there's actual people listening.
Mm.
And it's not that you need that little bit of like validation or response, but
No, but it's like having a conversation.
yeah, it just
Because
feels
you're having a
human.
conversation. You're just not doing a monologue.
Yeah, it
So
just
it's
feels
good to feel that someone's in the other end.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we love the interaction with people here in the chat. Because it's like we are having a conversation with someone else. Which, by the way, it's easier for you because we're having a conversation, you and me, and with like more people in the chat. But in the workshops, it's you
Yeah.
and sometimes like the silence of the of people. Because,
Yeah.
like you were saying, maybe they're just trying to be like super respectful,
Yes.
or maybe they're shy. Because also,
That
I
can
mean,
be
it's
also.
different when you meet people like face to face and you get to like talk to them, and it's different like establishing a conversation like that than just seeing like all the people's thumbnail of the little video
Yeah.
in Zoom and saying like, I don't know, hey, oh hey Nicolas, I just see your little square here and I want to like strike a conversation with you, because it's like, I don't know, it's weird, it's different. Mario J was saying Tintin sounds rad.
Oh, she's awesome.
And
Super
Tintin
cool.
was saying, thank you, Nicolas. I enjoyed every minute and appreciated everything I learned from you. And Tintin was also saying, thanks, Mario J. And a happy face.
Tintin, how's the daughter, the young artist?
So while Tintin answers,
Yeah.
Bruno V was saying, hello, evil monkeys.
Okay.
I'm on the way to the library to drop off 18 books. Saw you
What?
live. It's always nice this early. 18 books, Bruno?
Yeah. Were you using them to press something, or you read 18 books?
Were you accumulating them and forgot to
Yeah, what are the
give them
late
back?
fees on these 18 books?
Tintin was saying, you were the highlight of the pandemic, Nicolas and Danny. Ah, Tintin, that's so nice. Thank you. I had a terrible cameo once in a workshop of yours, and I'm happy that it was you and the person in charge. So there was not many people, but you needed something, and I thought, oh, I'm not gonna interrupt, so I'm just gonna crawl my way.
Yeah. There's a really famous a video. Well, not really famous, but it became like popular at the time, that I think it was on CNN that they were interviewing this guy. And his wife, I think the baby comes into the room or something.
Yeah, they just like try to take it out.
And the wife just comes in like crawling.
Yeah.
And you could see her through the door just crawling and just trying to get the baby. And it was like hilarious. I mean, some people made some idiotic assumptions, and that's dumb, but it reminded me of that super cool, funny video of the wife just like, and Danny that day, instead of just walking in like super like, hey, yeah, you
No,
need
because
this.
I did, like, I set
You
up
went
everything.
like commando style.
But I set up everything, so I thought, like, it does not show the floor.
Yeah, I'm in a blind spot.
And I was like crawling, like mid-crawling, and you were like, Danny, we can see you.
Yeah, you were like boot
I
camp.
was like, oh my God, I'm
I
so
think
sorry.
I think Peggy was there, and then she was like,
She was
"Is that
laughing."
Danny?
But you told me that she was laughing, and she
Is
was like,
that
oh,
Danny's butt
Daddy.
over there?"
Yeah, I was like crawling my way into. I thought that nobody could see me, but no, she was super nice. Like, she was like, "Oh my
of course,
God,
like,
Danny." Yeah,
Nobody's nicer than Peggy and Stan.
yeah. So that was a great way of introducing myself to them.
Your butt to them first, like your butt pointing.
And then you were
towards
like,
the
Danny,
sky.
we can see you. Come say hi.
Yeah.
I was so ashamed. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh no." Yeah. I think you told me like, oh, I think I forgot like some brushes,
Something.
like something dumb. Like I could have just get in and
Oh, you could have
handle.
just said, "Hey, hi,
Hey,
everyone."
yeah,
Like,
but I thought because I heard that you were talking, so I was like, I don't know if this is important or not. I don't know if he's having like a serious conversation about what he's gonna do for the day.
your
So I
plan B
might
was
as
like
well like
throwing the
crawl.
brushes,
Yeah,
throwing them.
I might
Catch.
as well like crawl my way into it. When we have chili, I could train chili so that they can bring you the brushes
No, you could come in with the dog,
with chili. Yeah, and
say
just like,
hi, and then that's Or
but it
I
was
could come in when you're doing anything and say
yeah,
hi.
no,
And
but it was super funny.
that in that case, yes, because I knew Peggy and we're close. So
No, and I can't imagine. I mean, if it had happened with you, like in the middle of the workshop, it like it would be funny as well.
of course,
Because it's
people
like
would
something
laugh.
supernatural. It's like you try to be like super behind the scenes, like super
The
quiet,
bad
super
thing is when people
everything.
assume that it's like, oh, look how like people would assume if, oh, maybe he said, don't interrupt me or
Because I think that's
don't.
what happened with the CNN. I remember the comments of the people, and I was like, now that I see it, I'm like, I've been there. And of course, Nicolas was
I've
like,
been on that
Danny.
floor.
Yeah. And Nicolas was like, Danny, come walking. But it was my dumb brain thinking that that was the best way of not being noticed. Because also, I was like in my pajamas. So I was like, I don't want to be seen. It's not like you're telling me, of course, it's not like you're telling me, oh, you can't show yourself. No, of course not.
No, no,
It was like, I don't want to be seen. And I was seen in the worst way
yeah.
possible.
Usually when one tries to avoid being seen,
Yeah.
it's a surefire way of like
yeah,
getting caught.
yeah. It's just funny. I don't know what's
I don't know what's going on. It's either like the end of the world out there.
outside. Yeah.
There's people whistling. There's an alarm going off,
There's people talking.
like sirens. Maybe something happened.
I'm going to take a look because this is like
But
out
this is
of the
no, but
ordinary.
this is pretty far though.
No, I'm gonna look from someone Ferris bedroom. So I think it's something's weird.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of sirens and just like an alarm going off in some building. Maybe there's an accident or something. We hope not. It's like a bunch of construction going on nearby, like everywhere around us actually. But hopefully there was nothing. Nothing's happening. Like nothing happened in one of those construction sites. But this is very much so Bogota also, like with the sirens. I grew numb, when I was in New York to all the sirens that go off like all the time. Like there's not an hour that goes by without you hearing either an ambulance or like a fire truck. So no,
Evacuating, but not the one right here, but the other one.
yeah,
I mean,
who knows? Oh, maybe it's a drill.
look, and they're like.
Oh, maybe they're doing a drill. It looks like a fire drill or something like that. Yeah. They don't have to keep the siren going like so long though. Or maybe they do.
I don't know. So.
Oh, that looks like a drill. Yeah, because we have a park in front, and that's where usually people that make drills
Drill is
meet up.
simulacro?
Simulacro.
Yeah, so
yeah, I think
maybe.
that's it. Yeah.
But
I-
everyone's like in the windows, because I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of people in their windows, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think you should notify people, like the other buildings.
If something happened?
But I'm hearing like tons of sirens. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's real. Do you want to call downstairs to see
Maybe.
if they know?
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of people.
Yeah, maybe. It's like real-time streaming. Let's hope everything's okay. Okay, so it is a drill. Yeah. But they should notify buildings, I feel. Like, it sounds like a proper emergency. But if you're not notified, it sounds like it sounds like a building is about to blow up. So that's, they should, a letter maybe, to the buildings around. It's not bad.
Simulacro de seguridad.
Yeah, but come on. That's a little too real, I feel.
Well, mira.
Yeah, that's a bit too real. And no, I mean, the people gathering in the park, that's fine. The sirens going off and the whistling, I feel that's like...
Yeah. And there's because there's not like one alarm.
No.
There's like tons of alarms. There were like whistles, people talking.
Yeah, no. That's...
Everyone from the construction going to the park. I don't know.
I think they could have done a better job at like saying, hey, we're going to do this today at this hour. Just like a little letter, communication.
Yeah. So
email.
I don't know if he guesses it's a simulacro. How do you call them?
Drill.
A drill?
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe a little a very much too like very real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there would be a higher sense of urgency, I think, if it was like a real...
No, because the weird thing is that they were not walking. They were like trotando.
Yeah, they kind of have to. I mean, if this is something that they're obligated to do by law, which
yeah,
I'm
but it
guessing,
makes you... I mean, if you look through the window and you see a ton of people...
I would say a lot more yelling then.
Like with a slow run.
Yeah, but you can tell that I think every neighbor around here was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I think there's even people. Because now that I was looking out the window, I
hope
think
that
people
somebody
went
came
down.
out like in pajamas.
No, I'm sure. Because there's like a lady with a baby. Like standing right there. So maybe they were like super scared.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But no, let's not.
Yeah.
We can't make fun of that. Those drills save
No.
lives, so that's a good thing.
No, but I mean, we are laughing about it because we know it's a drill.
Yes.
But I mean, if I was alone here, I might as well be down there.
Oh my God, you were packing.
What's going on? Yeah.
You would be
like screaming from the window.
You would.
Is everything
packing.
okay?
It's like, what are my favorite books? Oh, I got 2 of these. I can leave one. I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah, so Bruno V was saying, I only read 1 book, but it's because the rest are art books or photography, videography, stills, haha. My library allows for 99 books taken out at the time.
A little
and books out of
selfish.
renew, which is super helpful. Well,
99?
Yeah. And if it auto renews,
Oh my God.
it's like, no, we have an empty library.
If I was a student, I would hate you. I would be like, no, I'm waiting for the book, but it auto renews for
In
4 weeks,
1994.
and he's got 90 of the books that I want.
Let's see. A new siren. Ricardito.
Ricardito
Makes it more exciting that way. Also, hi guys, ¿cómo están? Ay, me gusta el outfit de Dani. Qué bonitos los hombros de esa blusita. Ay, Ricardito, gracias. Me encanta que Ricardito muchas veces
Pues es que
me da cumplidos.
Él es
No, pero no
un
tiene,
amor.
pero no tiene por qué. Entonces es muy bonito
Pero es porque
que
es
me
un
dé
amor.
cumplidos. Gracias, Ricardito. Sí, es como con no sé,
Boleros.
bombacho. No sé cómo se llama eso.
Eso decía mi mamá.
Como bombacho. Y se puede así o se puede con los hombros así. Y de las dos se ve muy chévere. Nicolás está volteando porque no tiene ni idea que tengo puesto. Además te volteaste todo disimulado.
Yo dije,
Empezó a voltear así.
¿qué tiene puesto?
Ay,
Gracias,
Nicolás.
Ricardito, por hacerme quedar mal.
No, y Nicolás no
Ricardito.
tiene ni idea. Sí,
No.
creo que dirá, estás estrenando. Mm.
O sea, si hubieras comprado el perro y lo tenías puesto encima de los hombros. Oye, divina la camisita.
Hiciste una mímica de... Yo la reconocí. Darían Gallardo dice,
Ujú.
hola a todos. Hola Darían, ¿qué tal? Nicolás Olivari dice, hola Dani y Nico, ¿cómo va? Qué temprano el vivo hoy, casi me lo pierdo.
Nicolás, enséñanos a decir buenos días o cómo es un saludo.
En Rusia,
Saludo San
burguese.
Petersburgués.
¿Burguese? Eh, Ricardizo dice, baja, jajaja. Yo sentí la mirada de Nicolás hasta aquí, jaja. Sí, la verdad, sí.
Me volteé lentamente.
No, y así. O sea, el cuello tensionado, sí. A ver. Bruno V was saying, it's seriously shocking that the library is not empty. It's a huge library though. And after this drop-off, which took 2 rips from the car back to the library,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna pick up more than 5. I'm not gonna pick up more than 5, lol. Do you guys still share the reference images for paintings? So sometimes we do, but usually we don't.
Do you
nowadays.
want me to send this?
We could put it on the screen, yeah.
Let me see. Share. So I'm gonna send it to my own email, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, la vais a recortar por lo que está tan grande.
Right. I'm only using like a section.
Or I could put it all. I mean,
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Zoe Frank.
Zoe. Oh. Takes me a bit to adjust it.
It's okay.
Because it's like 1,000 pixels big.
Strangely, 1,000 pixels not super big. But
1,000 million pixels.
okay, 1,000.
Big.
1,000 million infinite.
Mega
There we go.
tetrapixels.
Okay.
So,
Frank. Okay.
So that's the reference. Nicolás Olivari dice, recién terminé las clases por hoy. Justo estaba enviando algunas fotos al Instagram de Dani.
Muy
Mírenlas juntos porque no sé si se pueden abrir más de una vez o si se puedan ver una vez y ya.
bien.
Nico, parecido a como saludas en polaco, fonéticamente. Dobry dien es buenos días. Dobry es C-H-E-R. Bieker o Biecher. Buenas tardes, noches. Y dice ahí en cirílico, buenos días. O sea, la manera escrita.
Escrita, sí.
Sí. Y ahí, buenas tardes. que por lo que dice ahí, uf, no, en serio. O sea, no. O sea, en cirílico obviamente uno lo ve y no tiene ni idea como fonéticamente.
No. Hay veces como que uno logra encontrar medio parecidos con el alfabeto así occidental, pero sí, es un jeroglífico.
Para uno, sí, sí. Y Nicolás dice, por cierto, Dani, ahí en Instagram aclaré, el apellido que tengo en YouTube es distinto, pero no lo puedo cambiar para que no pienses que hay un impostor.
Ah,
Jajaja.
no pasa
Ah,
nada.
listo. Si quieres podemos ver las imágenes.
Con tiempo, o muéstrame
¿Con
alguna.
tiempo?
Sí, sí, porque
Ah, sí,
ahorita,
sí.
ahorita me tuerzo acá tratando
Bueno,
de
entonces
voltear el
sí. No,
cuello.
más bien lueguito. Pero la voy a tener acá. Uy, no, además, Nicolás hizo la tarea súper bien. Hay bastantes.
Muy
Entonces
bien,
las podemos ver ahorita en el almuerzo, si te parece.
sí. Nicolás ya había estudiado artes y después se fue a estudiar allá, o fue una decisión de comenzar estudiando allá. Tengo curiosidad. Oye, ¿y Gaby no nos respondió? Esa Gaby,
No.
tan grosera.
So, um, I don't know how to say the name because it's in Cyrillic.
Ujú.
And they were saying, oh my God, I entered my room the moment you spoke Russian. And I was like, what? So,
Perfect.
how can we say your name?
Let me see. Oh. No.
So, maybe I could Google and say pronunciation.
I think if you just put Google Translate, it can translate it to our
Anastasia.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's how you spell it.
Anastasia.
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 Yeah.
Because it's Syja.
Yeah, but
Anastasia.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, no?
yeah. So my mother, that's the story. The story of Anastasia is like of Princess Anastasia. Um that's a fairy tale for my mother. Fairy tale. And she deep down, because she doesn't say that my grandfather was German, but she says that we are Prussian.
Mhm.
Prussian. I think deep down she feels she's related to Anastasia.
Yeah, that's what she
Oh yeah, I mean,
says.
yes.
Just to clarify.
But she says that when she was little, that was like her fairy tale. So,
Nicolás Olivari dice, después espero comentarios sobre qué les parecieron las fotos.
claro que sí.
Y dice, se llama Anastasia con acento en la I. ¿Anastasia? ¿Anastasia? So, where was I? Before all the commotion.
Commotion.
Commotion outside.
Oh, okay.
Felipe Neves dice, ¿es papel de aceite?
No, no. No, solo un papel normal. Normal. No tiene nada de extraordinario. Lo único es que el gramaje es alto, pero de resto, nada extraño.
Cody Winnicky was saying good morning.
Cody, good morning.
Good morning, Cody. Noel C. dice buen día. Hace tiempo que no lograba verlos en vivo. Gracias a ambos por seguir documentando el proceso. Hoy lo veo enterito. Muchas gracias, Noel.
Muchas gracias.
Y sí, acá
Noelín.
seguimos siempre. Siempre. Herax was saying, do you think a mentor is needed or should one just draw and paint from home without personal guidance?
Yeah, I still struggle with the definition of a mentor. And the only thing I can associate, because I never had anyone that I called a mentor or that called themselves mentors to other people, or that they were mentoring other people. What I had was teachers, was great. I went to art school and had incredible teachers. I had incredible friends that were very, very talented, that also shared their experiences. So I think, if you can go to art school, I don't see the need to then. And if you happen to have caring, sharing teachers, generous teachers, I don't know. The only thing I can say is I don't understand the need to have somebody to be somebody's shadow, let's say, um, because I don't know. I never felt that need, and I always felt that it was more than enough what my teachers provided me with. Um,
I think maybe they're asking like
but here
being
was
self-taught
yeah, but here
or
here was my but.
okay, okay, I'm
But if you
sorry.
don't have if you don't have the chance to go to art school, if you don't, because, let's just say it's way too expensive, because it is, or if there's no, if to your judgment, there's no good places to or workshops to attend to in and around your area, um, or if you haven't been able to try like online workshops, because again they can be expensive,
Or you can't fit them in your
or you
schedule.
can't fit them in your schedule. That's very true also. I would say that you're left with a couple of choices, which is you either try to teach yourself, or you can have what in my time was also very good, which is like a book. You know, books are amazing, and there's still like books, even though they can feel old, they are full of incredible information that doesn't age. It's not as if you like if you read Andrew Loomis, you would be like, "Oh, this is too old." No, dude, like if you read Andrew Loomis and if you make the exercises that Andrew Loomis would do in his book, you're going to learn how to draw and construct pictures. Like there's no chance you won't if you are devoted to that work. So there are tons of tools nowadays where you can, where if it came down to it, you can complement the fact that you're going to, teach yourself to do something. So I would say that would be the best bet for me, at least. If I had to suggest something, obviously I do feel that if you have the opportunity to take a course with somebody, oh, do so. And if they are artists that you enjoy, and not what's cool about nowadays is that sometimes the artist, not all the time, it would be great if it was all the time, but sometimes you can get a sense of how, like, of someone's personality, like of an artist's personality and how they communicate with people, before you take a course on them. Maybe there's interviews with them, maybe there's a small like um uh there's like small videos, like edited videos of some demo that they were doing somewhere, so you can get a chance to see how they work. So my point is, like, you can have a broader sense of how an artist behaves when attempting to share information, before than you would have before. It would be just like a shot in the dark, just trying to say, oh, I'm going to take this course, but I don't really know if it's good or not. Nowadays you can join maybe a forum or ask people around, and maybe somebody says, hey, yeah, I took a workshop with her and she's incredible. And hopefully these are opinions of people that you respect and you can trust, and that can educate the final decision that you make of attending or not attending, or considering or not considering a workshop with them. So I would say yes, if you can attend a workshop, be it in person or online, with somebody that you respect, great, that's awesome. If you can't do it, because again, if it's too expensive, and no shame in that, I give workshops, and I do understand that they're too expensive, and sometimes I do feel terrible about them being expensive. And part of the reason that we do, things like this is because for other things that we charge for, we feel the need to also make things accessible to people. And I think it's only fair to do that. So if it is a matter of money or time, like Danny says, like maybe, you have a job and you just can't really find the time to squeeze in a workshop in your schedule, then books are amazing. Books are absolutely incredible. Or sometimes, if it's a matter of time, but you can't really attend the workshop, what they're doing right now is they are recording the workshop, and you'll have access to the recordings for a ton of months. So even if you have to miss some dates, or even if you miss the whole workshop because it's in a schedule where you're working, you can then maybe at nights or in the weekend, or you can go back to those videos and then listen in and work, alongside what the other people were doing. So you can kind of relive that experience. I know it's not the same, but you can kind of do that. So yeah, those would be my options if I have to be sincere.
Yeah, and I would also say that the good thing about art is that it's not like if you want to be a surgeon that you have to like learn that in an like university or whatever. There's a lot of self-taught artists that
Yes.
are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We always use
Benjamin
Björklund, yeah, which is just an example of how absolutely amazing of an artist you can be if you're self-taught. So I think that's also something that could be like that should not be something that is feared, like thinking that you have to graduate as an artist or you have to have a mentor or workshops to be an artist. Like if you're seeking for those spaces, perfect, then you should go for them. But if you're not and you're just afraid that being self-taught is less worthy, it's not at all.
No, not at all.
So, mm, so, um, Gyu was saying hi guys. Hey Gyu, how are you? Josh Barrigada was saying, by the way, it's adorable how much Nicolas draws Danny, and you can tell these guys are so in love. I'm going to sleep. Thank you for teaching me the power of gray.
Oh, thank you.
And that's so nice. Thank you. This is super cheesy. We are very much in love. This is super cheesy. I'm sorry. Mario J.
Even though I would never buy a book twice, but
You will. And that has nothing. I mean, if that's the worst thing I've done, I think.
I mean, it opened the door.
Mario J was saying,
opened the door that I didn't even know existed.
I just signed up for Jennifer Ganari's Human Portrait course, and I'm super excited. So excited I had to share with people who get my excitement.
Dude, nice.
When is it? When is it, Mario? Let's see. Cody was saying, Mario, her work is amazing. That should be fun.
Yeah, she's an incredible painter.
Do you need something?
No. I'm fumbling around here, but don't worry.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
worry. I'm good, I think. So I needed. Sadly, at one point, you do need to break shapes into smaller shapes. So I needed smaller brushes.
With a very
it's professional.
Amazing cushiony grip.
I mean, that's what's making my wrist hurt less. So I got to thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All of that sarcasm. Don't buy the cushiony. I mean, they're just as good as any. So
I'm sorry, I love them.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be
they don't
fair,
fix wrists.
To be fair, it's like paying $2 for the pack with the cushiony ones, or pay $1.50 for the other ones. So I paid $2.
Yeah.
I splurged on this one. Juan Delgado dice, los dos tienen una energía brutal, gracias por existir. Ay, tan bonito.
¿Qué es eso?
Sí. Juan, muchas gracias. Qué mensaje tan bonito. Cacaíto Pelón. Dice Oli, buenos días, ¿cómo están? Volví otra vez.
No,
jeje.
no.
Cacaíto ya no es una regular, tristemente.
Es muy regular.
Irregular.
O sea, es muy regular.
Regulimbis.
Regulimbis chimbis.
Regulimbis chimbis. ¿Qué más, Cacaíto?
Así pasa,
¿Cómo
¿no? La gente
estás?
se olvida de uno. La gente se va
Sí.
olvidando. La gente se va.
Bueno, es mi prima, ¿no? Espero que nunca se olvide de mí. ¿Cómo
Compra
así?
libros que ya tiene. Cosas. A la gente hace cosas que uno a veces no entiende.
Dios mío.
No, pero Cacaíto Rodríguez debe estar
No, Cacaíto es muy firme, perdón, o sea,
debe estar trabajando.
pues obvio. Antes uno acá exigiéndole.
Antes yo creo que nunca
Exigiéndole la
antes no hacía un culo,
compañía.
digamos la verdad. Antes yo no sé ese trabajo de ella qué era.
¿Qué dices? Obvio, sí
Sí.
trabaja.
Yo ya entendí por qué tuvo que cambiar de trabajo. Fired.
Cacaíto dice, y además no tuvo que cambiar, ella quiso cambiar. Dice,
Se va o la
Cacaíto
echamos.
dice, yo sé, perdón, yo no los olvido, jaja, es que estoy en un entrenamiento denso, jajaja. Bueno, Cacaíto, que se acabe pronto ese entrenamiento. Uy, aplaudí durísimo.
Sí.
Para volver a tenerte aquí siempre, Cacaíto. Siempre, siempre. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Santi?
No, tú dices Santi, para mí es Santiago. Yo necesito Santiago porque
No,
el
porque para mí
Santi-
es Santi y Chompi.
Ah, bueno,
Santi y
Pelotes.
Pompi.
Sí, de
Santi y
pronto.
Pelotes. Santi y
Pelotes.
Chompi G.
Sí, es que
Santi y
Sí,
Popi
pero a
G.
veces le dice Santi. Entonces, para mí el Santi ya ocupa un... O sea, y qué pena con Santiago, pero pues le ganó
Chompi G.
el chiquito fantasía, el rey de la familia.
Nicolás,
No había mucho que hacer. La competencia era muy complicada.
Nicolás Olivari dice, Nicolás, me
Señor.
preguntabas.
Sí, señor.
Estudié en Argentina desde mi infancia
Sí.
y luego me dediqué a otras cosas, alejándome de la pintura hasta que me cansé y decidí pelear para dedicarme a esto el resto de mi vida.
Qué bueno.
Y dice, Nicolás, justo quería después mi historia, mandársela por Insta y contarles un poco, ya que uno de los artistas que me motivó a pelear y dar este gran salto y venir acá fuiste vos, jaja. Ay,
Qué bueno. No me chante esa responsabilidad, Nicolás.
pero si
Qué
dice que
susto.
nos quiere compartir la historia,
No, mi
claro
amor,
que
qué susto.
bienvenidísima,
Qué susto.
bienvenidísima.
Ahora todo el sufrimiento futuro, nuestra culpa.
No, pues antes muy chévere,
No,
muy
Nicolás,
bonito.
qué bonito.
Sí, es que Nicolás,
Sí, es más serio que
Nicolás
yo.
Uribe,
Ah,
para él es muy difícil recibir cumplidos, se pone muy nervioso,
sí,
pero muchas gracias. Yo digo gracias por él, ¿no?
sí, señora.
Dice Bruno V, the evil monkey, was saying, hey Nicolás, do you think you'll ever sell an artwork as an NFT and a devil emoji? I think that's the
As a
evil
monkey,
monkey.
as a monkey avatar. We thought about it for like a quick second, if I have to be very, very, very honest.
Mhm.
So we did look into it, especially because we saw a lot of people that we knew doing it, and it proved to be like a source of income. I mean, for some people that we know, it was like an enormous source of income.
Life changing.
Like exactly. I think for them it was like literally life changing. And we never followed up. I don't know.
But I think the reason why we thought about it is because we've never had like this like devil NFT conception in our head, which I think there's a lot of people that have it. Like they think it's not cool.
Yeah.
We just think about it as another market. So
Yeah.
it was just another place to sell the things we do. But yeah, we never pursued that uh, thought.
Yeah, I think I spoke openly about it, saying how, there were a lot of people that were very much offended or treated it as a scam. But I always wondered, where are these people? Where have these people been for the last 50 years, of the art market? Like, why are these people like suddenly like tearing off their clothes and just like, screaming to the skies how much of a pyramid scheme this was? And but they were fine with just galleries making millions and millions and millions of dollars, overpricing things and controlling, like, superficially the art market in ways that resemble like the worst way in which the NFT like commerce was explained. It was exactly the same. It's
Mm.
exactly the same. It's just that in one case, I mean, granted, what makes it different is like this, Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, coin you were using to make those transactions. There is like a philosophical almost independence to that coin, but to that currency. But aside from that, it was like, yeah, sure, we are making transactions with that money, with that currency, as opposed to politically controlled currency. Um, but but then the fact that they were using art, I mean, it had nothing to do with art. I mean, art has always been that superficial, like,
Mm.
just look at how the millions of dollars or billions of dollars, if you look worldwide, that people have made off of art, making those transactions. Look at how many artists they were built up and then dropped in a couple of years just because they served the purpose of making rich people rich. So I don't know. I think that it was weird that suddenly we all came together and decided that this was morally objectionable and that this was stupid and this was all a scheme. But then we look at the broader definition of art and we're like, yeah. And it's only, and we only are complacent because it's like, yeah, but that's a scheme that has been running for, decades. Like, we know that scheme. This one is weird. This one is new. So then we are
Hmm.
going to be critical of this one. But the speculation aspect of it is the same. The way they artificially inflated prices, exactly the same as
Yeah.
art. The thing is, it was art on
On
steroids. It was
steroids,
like
yeah.
the art market on steroids, and it was happening like lightning speed.
Yeah.
But that's how things are nowadays.
Yeah.
That's literally how things are nowadays. So I don't know. I don't think. And I was able to speak with a friend of ours that was, tremendously successful. I'm sure that, you know because a lot of his earnings were on Ethereum, he probably lost also a lot of money.
Hmm.
Um, but I think he's still very successful. And I still think that, what they were doing wasn't really, I mean, again, it's objectionable, but if you object to that, you have to object to most, if not almost all the way art is dealt with. Because art is bought cheap and then built up and then sold, you know, at a ridiculous overprice. That's how people make money. That's how tons of artists are made.
Mm.
So it's not the case for everyone, of course, but that's how the bigger art market works. And I've always said it: the art world goes as the bigger art market goes.
Hmm.
If the bigger art market flourishes, all of the art market flourishes. If the bigger art market is suffering, all of the art market is suffering. So I don't know. I think we looked into it. We just thought, honestly, we were trying to do a couple of things and we were like, oh, this is a little too complicated. Like,
Yeah,
this is
because
too
also,
much.
like you said, the friend of ours, they have always been amazing, and like their work fitted perfectly to what the NFTs were looking for.
Yeah.
We would have to bend the things we do for an NFT
Yeah.
way much than they did,
Yeah.
because they just had their work and it was like a perfect fitting, I don't know, glove. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it
the
just
saying goes, but
yeah, their
there's a
aesthetic,
saying with
let's
that.
say.
Le cabe como un guante.
Well, that's
So
like an
maybe
OJ thing.
yeah.
The glove don't fit. But no, it fit them like a glove. Fit them like a glove.
Fit them like a glove.
Yeah.
So we would have to.
Yeah, for us it felt like it was a larger departure
Yes.
of what we did to try to propose to people that
Yes.
we were doing something that could be understood as an NFT. Like our friend was doing a lot of video art, and he'd been doing video art for concerts.
Yeah, like
for a bunch of like
long
super successful groups.
long before NFTs.
Yeah, so in his mind, it was also like the nice thing about NFTs was like there is so much digital art out there that doesn't have a market, because that was true. I mean, galleries were not commercializing digital art. I mean, video art, yes, but digital art specifically that would be produced by people that were, part of like video game industry or like concept art industry. That there were so many artists that were doing so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
That had no venues for what they were doing.
Yeah, and that they couldn't sell what they did as art themselves, but they would have to associate to a company to work for them.
Right.
So, as you were saying, it's just like it was the perfect
storm, if you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because there was a need, there was a genuine need. There was like genuinely, talented art, digital artists that were producing things. And, they just generated a market very, very quickly. They realized, okay, if the traditional market is not ready for this, let's push, these Bitcoins. Let's push that alongside, this market, because the currency needed the art as much as the art needed the currency. The currency needed the art so that it could move, like it could make transactions. Because if that currency stands still, if nobody moves it, if nobody buys anything, then the currency is useless. It's absolutely useless. So they needed something to tie to that currency that would make people say, I want to invest, I want to buy Ethereum. And then you can say, now that I've bought Ethereum, I can actually buy, and I mean, you could buy tons of things with Ethereum, but you could buy NFTs. And NFTs seem to be like, like a good transaction. Like, it wasn't a matter of, buying stocks cheap and then selling them expensive, but it was something like, I'm going to buy this, monkey, and then tomorrow I can sell it for twice, 3 times, 10 times the price. It just seemed like super easy money.
I would also say that another reason why we didn't do it is because I think it's easier if you sell things like NFT. Like if you sell your art and get NFTs as a payment, and if you can exchange that in maybe the United States. Because here in Colombia, there's not a ton of places that would accept that currency.
No. Actually, Ethereum you can't even make transactions here. So
exactly.
It's not even legal here.
So it would be just like an investment, like having things and like having your currency grow, maybe as an investment, but that wouldn't be our source of income because we couldn't exchange it for money here.
No, we would have to do it. No, well, to be super honest.
No, but I think we've had a conversation about this, and this is what we were saying. So
no, we would have had to tie an American bank account. So we would have had to do it through the US, and that's what made it not impossible, but just a little more complicated. And that's when I was like, okay, it's too much.
Well,
it's too much of
and
an
to
effort.
be honest, we could have done that because you are American.
Yeah. Legally,
But
by
here
the way.
of course, but here in Colombia, if you're a Colombian,
it's impossible.
yeah. So
Nope.
Bruno V was saying that's very interesting to hear you guys considered it. I sell my artwork through NFTs and hear a lot of negative stuff from a quote unquote traditional art space. However, so many have succeeded, as you said. I have friends who just use it as a way to keep provenance of a physical painting. So whoever buys the NFTs receives the physical piece of art. Then it keeps a permanent record of all the owners.
Sure. That's and you get a percentage from every transaction also. Yeah, I mean, those are like some of the nice things about making those sort of transactions. Oh my God, my life would be different if I would have had like a percentage of what my works sold for in the secondary market. Woof. I'd be a very happy man. I could tell you that.
Yeah. Blau ZM was saying folding ideas. Dice Blau ZM, perdón. Dice Folding Ideas tiene un video impresionante muy bueno sobre los NFTs y las cripto. Se puede ver acá en YouTube.
Muchas gracias.
Mirarlo, sí. Nicolás Olivari dice, no te preocupes, para no cargar con la presión, yo asumo toda la responsabilidad. Simplemente me refiero como a uno de los artistas que me inspiraron a dar ese leap of faith.
No, muy agradecido. Estaba molestando mucho,
sí.
Pero no, muy agradecido, y se me hace valiente, se me hace también necesario, porque pues la felicidad de uno muchas veces uno la pone como, o la oculta detrás de un poco tonón de decisiones que quizás no están, como que no, esas decisiones no se despiertan porque uno está tratando de buscar lo que lo hace a uno realmente feliz, sino que existen porque uno está pensando que las prioridades en la vida de uno tienen que ser otras, como que la sociedad lo llevó a uno a creer que esa otra forma de vivir es la adecuada y esa otra forma de vivir es la que es socialmente aceptable. Y en realidad, pues, no sé, al final uno se da cuenta que la vida es muy cortita como para que uno no esté haciendo lo que a uno le gusta, pues, y más aún si uno puede hacer esas cosas siempre respetando a la gente y no haciéndole daño a nadie, yo creo que uno se merece esa oportunidad. Uno merece como por lo menos darse la opción de tratar de ser feliz y de hacer las cosas que a uno realmente le gustan. Y esas decisiones son súper complejas para mucha gente porque las ataduras a de pronto el mundo más tradicional son grandísimas. Puede que haya familia o puede que haya amigos, o el solo hecho de tener que decirle adiós a la casa de uno, a lo que uno ha entendido como su casa, sus amigos.
Sí. O puede que uno le haya invertido una cantidad de tiempo a otra profesión.
Sí, o
dinero
a
otro trabajo y dinero y sí, una cantidad de cosas que hacen que la decisión sea más difícil, pero yo sí creo que si uno tiene esa vocecita nunca se va a ir hasta que uno haga lo que sabe que en realidad quiere hacer.
Sí, entonces felicitaciones, de verdad, eso es, seguramente no es fácil, Nicolás, pero lo difícil a uno al final no le importa porque uno sabe que pues está más cerquita de la vida que uno siempre quiso vivir, entonces, de verdad, felicitaciones. Y pues sí, Nicolás no se pudo alejar más de donde estaba, o sea, literal está hemisferio sur de Sudamérica para irse al hemisferio norte en Rusia.
Pero yo creo que muchas veces esas como decisiones drásticas generan necesitan también de un cambio drástico en todo sentido.
Claro.
Porque si no, de pronto uno toma como decisiones como a medias. O sea, como que uno dice, no, voy a empezar a mirar a ver si puedo hacerlo, o voy a mirar.
Sí,
pero no es muy chévere cuando uno dice,
a Rusia.
Cuando uno dice, no, es que yo lo que quiero es estudiar en Rusia y me voy a ir a Rusia.
Sí.
Y es como, no hay vuelta atrás, no es como que uno diga, no, es que me metí a esta academia acá en mi país, en mi ciudad, y no estoy tan cómodo, de pronto me salgo, de pronto lo balanceo con lo que tengo de trabajo. No, es como, tengo que renunciar de lleno a todo lo que tengo ahorita para perseguir ese sueño.
Sí, fuerte. Mis respetos. De
Nicolás
verdad.
dice, exactamente, la vida es demasiado corta y una sola. Antes de venirme para acá, terminé una carrera y durante 10 años di clases, jaja. Qué bellas palabras, ahora el que está incómodo con los cumplidos soy yo, jaja.
Uy, bueno. Cuando vayamos a Rusia nos sonrojamos mutuamente.
Bueno, eso sonó un poco tibio.
Un poquito
Sí,
tibio, sí.
re tibio.
Ujú, me retiro.
Sí, yo los dejo ir. Mientras
Nicolás,
yo conozco,
offline.
sí. No,
Sí.
offline, no, blocked.
Tú entras y, qué pena, interrumpo.
Sí. Bueno, mientras ustedes ahí se sonrojan, yo voy a ir a conocer San Petersburgo.
Mm,
Peters.
allá perdida, te perderás allá sola.
No, yo hago amigos. Yo ahí trato de hablarle de pronto a alguna señora.
O sea, ya te metieron en un camión, mi amor, ¿qué es eso?
Nicolás, exacto, cambiemos de tema mejor. Volvamos a hablar de los NFTs.
De algo más sencillo, NFTs.
Se va a cambiar el nombre de usuario
Mm,
solo por lo incómodo que está,
sí.
Nicolás.
No, sí me pude cambiar el apellido, qué
Mm.
pena.
A ver. Mario J was saying Zoe Frank has some remarkable recorded workshops.
Oh, she's amazing. She's, I've been very open in saying that she's one of the most remarkable contemporary painters, I think, right now. So,
Carla Gómez dice, Nicolás,
Carla.
¿tú crees que el éxito, entre
Ajá.
comillas,
El
de ser un...
almacén.
Dime.
No, nada.
De ser un artista reside en tener la oportunidad de serlo, de escuchar tu sensibilidad, de satisfacer esa necesidad, más que poder vivir 100% de ello? ¿Cómo balancear lo económico? Siento que es un tema que asusta.
Sí, pero pues de nuevo, o sea, y solo lo digo porque pues Benjamin lo ha dicho públicamente. eh, para mí, o sea, lo que pasa es que la gente define
Es que sí,
éxito
creo
de
que
maneras
depende
distintísimas.
de la definición de éxito,
Pero yo
100%.
cuando veo la capacidad y, por ejemplo, el trabajo que ha hecho Benjamin, yo digo, para mí ese es un artista, o sea, es un artista de verdad, o sea,
Pues sí
es
está como en
como,
la cumbre del éxito. O sea, uno dice,
sí, es que
es exitoso. Pero es que como lo están definiendo desde éxito,
por eso, entonces yo quisiera tratar de explicar lo que siento cuando veo como la obra de él y por qué siento que en ese momento no me interesa cualquier otra definición, digamos, que existe de en cuanto a lo que normalmente se entiende como un artista exitoso. Entonces, Benjamin para mí tiene un talento, o sea, arrollador. Es una cosa anormal.
mm,
Es de ese tipo de trabajo que uno normalmente no, con el que uno normalmente no se topa cuando uno conoce artistas y cuando uno conoce muchísimos seres humanos que son súper bonitos, que trabajan, digamos, específicamente en torno a la pintura, él como en acuarela y óleo. eh, Uno no se topa con personas como él. Es así de anormal lo que él hace. Eh, pero la realidad es que a él no le importa vender, o sea, él incluso se sentía súper incómodo vendiendo cosas. Para comprarle algo a él es como arrancarle un diente, o sea, es súper complejo. Pregúntenle a Dani lo que se demoró y lo que fue como esa especie de viacrucis
sí,
súper
igual él
tierno.
conmigo fue divino porque desde el principio dijo sí. Fue más difícil como lograr hacer como
La transacción.
toda la transacción.
Sí, por
Sí.
eso, o sea, pero porque es una persona que no se siente cómoda con ese aspecto del arte.
Porque es que yo creo que a él le gusta, o sea, estoy hablando desde lo que yo creo, pero yo creo que para a él lo que le importa es producir el arte, o sea, pintar,
Sí,
dibujar.
y yo te diría ni siquiera en ese verbo producir,
Sí, por eso
él
cambié,
hace
por
lo
eso
que
lo
le
cambié.
encanta, o sea,
Exacto, pero es que iba a decir producir el arte, pero no por producirlo significa que él lo entienda como un producto y que lo piense también como producto y entonces lo piense en términos de qué precio le voy a poner, dónde lo voy a mostrar, cómo lo voy a vender, sino que él lo hace porque debe tener la necesidad de hacerlo.
sí, y se siente eso, que no hay ninguna otra razón por hacerlo, sino una razón genuina de quise dibujar a este conejo, quise
Ujú.
dibujar a este sapo.
Sí, porque
O
lo
sea,
necesito hacer.
sí,
Mi
sí.
cuerpo lo necesita hacer.
Pero lo que estaba diciendo es como igual, o sea, él no está en ninguna galería que uno consideraría exitosa. Si vende, los precios tampoco son como inalcanzables. O sea, vende a precios justos. Incluso él se siente incómodo vendiendo también cosas muy costosas. Eh, y vive como a las afueras, como en Suecia vive como en una finca. No es que viva en como Estocolmo, como en ciudad o en algo así como ostentoso. Él vive en una finca, vive, por lo que, de lo que sé yo, vive con sus papás y él cuando trabaja va a un hospital psiquiátrico geriátrico para ayudar a los pacientes. O sea, es el ser más lindo de este universo.
Sí,
Yo pienso que es como un alienígena, es como no puede haber alguien como con unas intenciones tan puras, tan bonitas y de pronto el que esas intenciones sean tan puras, tan bonitas, es el que lo ha hecho a él como alejarse de lo que es como el mercado o en la socialización de arte que nosotros conocemos hoy en día por redes o cosas así. Pero es una persona muy linda. Y para mí, yo veo eso y yo digo, ¿quién no querría ser ese tipo de artista? O sea,
ujú,
tan exitoso en el sentido de que la gente ve lo que hace y es como, o sea, se le explota el cerebro a uno cuando ve lo bueno de pintor que es. Y, y además está haciendo lo que le gusta. O sea, yo creo que uno no ayuda en un hospital geriátrico, psiquiátrico, si uno no quiere hacer eso de corazón.
sí,
Entonces, si está viviendo donde quiere, si pinta lo que quiere, si lo hace en un nivel que es como, o sea, inimaginable para muchos de nosotros, y está ayudando a las personas que quiere, o sea, ¿qué más quiere uno en la vida? ¿Qué
sí.
más quiere? O sea, yo creo que a él le pueden ofrecer carros, casas, un poco tonón de plata y
Pues y
no
además,
le importa.
lo que tú decías, o sea, no está en galerías que uno diría, no, estas galerías tienen unos artistas como de una talla impresionante, pero no está por falta de capacidad. O sea, él
Benjamin, si
podría
Benjamin
estar donde
mañana
quisiera.
saca 20 pinturas, saca 50 pinturas, las vende todas. Todas.
Por eso. Y por eso sí creo que es importante como saber qué es la definición de éxito para cada quien. Porque yo veo eso y para mí es éxito. O sea, él está viviendo la vida que quiere vivir
Y ya está.
y ya está.
¿Para qué
Y
más?
no está atando, y no es por falta de talento, ¿no? O sea, es que eso es el mejor ejemplo porque es como, tiene todo para hacer lo que para otras personas que de pronto entiendan la plata como éxito, podría llegar tan lejos como quisiera, porque ya tiene un talento impresionante, pero es que su definición de éxito es distinta.
Sí, sí, para mí,
Entonces,
yo cuando veo ejemplos como el de él, yo digo, no, o sea, la vida es otra cosa. O sea, no, la vida es lo que define si uno se sintió feliz como con lo que hizo uno en su vida, no el arte, no lo define el arte, ni la validación del arte. O sea, puede que debe haber en este planeta un montonón de artistas que nunca han vendido nada en su vida y se sienten felices porque
ujú,
tienen la opción de hacer lo que hacen,
ujú,
porque la vida les dio la opción de hacer o porque pelearon o lucharon muchísimo por ganarse como el derecho a hacer lo que quieren hacer. Entonces, lo que pasa es que esa versión de éxito atado a cuánta gente me
o
sigue,
como a vivir del arte.
sí, cuánta validación tengo dentro de como esos mecanismos que también los produce como ese mundo del arte, o sea, cuánta
Sí,
validación tengo en cuanto a la crítica, cuánta
en qué
validación
galería
en qué galería
he mostrado, cuántos shows he hecho solo, cuántas
o,
pinturas vendo, a qué precio vendo,
sí,
sí.
o de pronto hay una exposición en mi país, cualquiera que sea el país, eso no importa. Y entonces salgo en periódicos, en prensa,
Ujú,
otros artistas hablan de mí, en la academia también me apoyan. eh, Todo ese pocotonón de cosas que uno hay veces cuando conoce a esos artistas que han logrado hacer su vida y son felices y lo que hacen es increíble. y nunca han necesitado de esas personas. O sea, nunca han necesitado de que se les haga una nota de periódico de prensa, nunca han necesitado que un crítico les escriba sobre lo que ellos hacen, nunca han necesitado que su país los saque como representante para una bienal o para quién sabe qué, nunca han necesitado eh, como, como que las personas que sienten que controlan el arte le den una mano.
Mm,
Nunca. Es como, oiga, pero si yo he vivido mi vida hasta este punto y nunca he sabido de usted. O sea, ellos pueden decir como, oiga, yo nunca he sabido qué quieren decir cuando me dicen que yo tengo que conocer a tal cosa, o yo debería mostrar en tal galería, o yo debería vender con tal persona, o sea, esas personas pueden decir como, oiga, nunca en mi vida he sentido la necesidad de hacer eso. ¿Por qué voy a sentirla ahora? O sea,
sí.
nada en mi vida, ningún momento de felicidad de mi vida ha dependido de esas personas. ¿Por qué les voy a dar como, por qué les voy a entregar como el poder de decir que ahora ellos son los que me hacen feliz? O ahora ellos son los que me hacen más feliz.
Pues
Y
que además sería cambiar como la definición de felicidad, ¿no? Porque si uno nunca ha contemplado que eso haga parte de su felicidad, yo creo que es aún más complicado como que a uno alguien le diga, no, pero es que créame, venda en esta galería y va a ver que se va a volver millonario. Y es como, pero es que a mí eso no es de las cosas que me interesan. O sea, si mi felicidad no recae en eso, y si de pronto el hacer eso me va a traer una cantidad de obligaciones que me pueden quitar las cosas que de verdad me hacen feliz, pues ¿por qué lo voy a hacer? Entonces sí, pues de nuevo, depende de la definición de éxito de cada quien.
exacto, exacto.
Mm, Gil Robles was saying the illustrator Albert Dorn never had any formal training.
Uf.
He learned by copying the works in the Metropolitan Museum. He went on to form the famous Artists' School.
Ajá.
Rockwell was an instructor there.
You know that I finally got the books. Finally got
Yes.
the books.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to ask Danny to bring them because they are about like 20 kilos.
Well, they're so heavy that since the day they came here,
They haven't moved.
they've been in a chair, like sitting in a chair.
Yeah,
Of our
I loved
living
it.
room.
I had to get it. It was super important for me, for my life and my understanding of myself as an artist, to get the whole course. And I said that I was always keeping an eye on it on eBay, just looking to see if I could get like a whole set that was in fairly good shape. I was always kind of like looking into that.
Oh, but they're in very good shape.
They're in as good shape as you can get them.
Yeah.
I feel.
And
They're-
the buyer was very cute.
they were very kind. It seems to be like the only owner the only owner of those books. They smell like old. They smell like what you would expect these books these binders, these big ass binders to smell like.
No, and I love the way like he shipped them,
Oh yeah,
packed
yeah.
them.
Oh,
Because it was very, I mean, you could see that it was someone who loved the books, but maybe has no space now, so they have to sell them. But
mean-
it's like not someone that regularly ships things.
Oh,
they're not
no.
like selling things.
yeah, this didn't look like an eBay.
This was like
seller.
like an oatmeal box, like huge box. Because I think it was like something food.
Yeah, it was
And then it was like wrapped in
weird packaging, but they got here in good shape,
Yeah, in
which
good
is the
shape.
important part. And I have them, and they just mean a lot to me because they mean, for me, it's like my love and respect for illustration. I mean, Al Dorn, come on, you can't draw better than Al Dorn. He's a genius, an absolute genius. That course, I think that course changed many people's lives. It also made, something that seemed super complex, it made it accessible, because at that time, illustration was like a job. It wasn't like this thing that was only for artists and you were special if you could do it. They were trying to teach people that it could be your job. Like there were jobs in illustration, and it was a matter of you thinking like, hey, I can be an artist. Like I could learn how to do these things and I can have a job in this.
Mhm.
So I've always thought that these things were magical. You can get PDFs of this. I think they are public domain. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're public domain by now. So I remember the ones that I had digitally, the PDFs. I found them very, very easily, and I don't think I found them through illegal means. So I do think that these are books that you can get, quite easily, in PDF format, and not feel guilty about getting them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
totally okay. But I wanted the books. I wanted the actual book. It just, like I said, it just meant a lot to me. So I was very happy to finally say, okay, shipping is going to be expensive for me. Um, paying taxes for this, really heavy box is going to be quite expensive also.
Really heavy.
Yeah, it was very heavy. So it was like a matter of, okay, let's do it. Like I've been putting off this search for these books for a long time. It's time to do it. It's time to honor like the artist that I that I deep down think I am, and in many ways also say thanks, to, even though I didn't obviously train myself, this is before my time. Even though this is something that is not part of like the generation of artists that I am, and even though I couldn't work as an illustrator for too long in my career, I think it is who I am, deep down. And I want to honor that and say thank you to, to those people that came before me in some weird way. So yeah, so it was very important for me to get this.
So
It meant a lot.
Gil Robles was saying, I mentioned Dorn because a while back you were talking about artists that were self-taught, and he's an example of a successful self-taught artist.
Oh yeah, and a genius.
Mario J was saying, it already happened. I'm going to watch the recordings, which I really like because I'm very slow going.
Sorry.
No, I thought not.
Oh, I
okay.
bumped my head, but that's
No.
a
No,
little
you
bump.
didn't. I think you didn't.
I felt it.
Okay, so you did. Which I really like because I'm very slow going, and it allows me to pause and put time and energy into thinking when needed.
Awesome.
Yes. So, I think this is regarding the Jennifer Genaris.
Oh
workshop?
yeah. Oh, Jen
Maybe?
is talk about a good painter.
I don't know. I've always said Genaris.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm.
To me, she's the best Jennifer painter. Best dog painter for sure. I mean, I'm gonna try to paint the crap out of our dog when we get.
Oof. But I'm gonna make it hard for you.
I don't know if
Jennifer Packer. Because you said best Jennifer painter.
Oh crap! Yeah. Oh shit. Best Jennifer dog painter.
Yeah. Because you said best Jennifer painter, and my heart was like, Jennifer Packer.
And Jennifer McChristian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, crap. No.
Let's
Top three.
not get into it.
Top 3.
Let's not get
I
into
hope there's no
top.
more Jennifers out
Yeah.
there that paint really well. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm joking. Let's see. Cody Winnicke was saying, Hill, it was called Famous Artist School.
Mm-hmm.
And Hill was saying, yes, Cody. Marcelo Peralta was saying, hi, Danny and Nico. Hi, chat.
Hey, Marcelo.
Cacaíto dice, antes no estaba en entrenamiento, jaja, pero ahora me tienen haciéndolo en forma. Pero sí, acá estamos. Santi está súper, trabajando mucho también, pero acá anda al lado mío, jaja.
Que muchas saludes.
Muchos saludos a Santi. Hago, según Nicolás. No Santi, sino Santi. Hago. Cuando haces silencio así, vuelves peores mis chistes.
No,
Nicolás.
pero ¿y para qué es un chiste cuando estoy tratando de hacer un brochacito cuidadoso que obviamente lo termino haciendo fatal?
Sneha Sima was saying, here and Square have been missing too many lives lately, but hey, not gonna give up. Hey, Danny and Nicolas. Hey, Sneha or Sneha. I forgot the pronunciation.
Well, gives you an opportunity to ask
To
again.
ask again? Yeah. James Conley was saying, what's in the bag? The aluminum bag you're painting.
I think there were cookies.
Aluminum.
There were some healthy oatmeal, like they're like oatmeal.
No, they're
chocolate something.
I think they are made with
Wasn't it oatmeal?
but I think it's oatmeal flour, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken.
No, okay. Yeah, don't ask
Something
me
like
to
that.
go
But
that
they're
far.
really good.
They're good. They're
And
kind
they
of
have like
grainy.
dark
tough.
chocolate chips.
Yeah, they're tough. They're not, it's not like a chewy, 1,000-calorie cookie at
Well,
all. No.
but I mean, we
These
bought
are-
this because we don't want the 1,000-calorie cookies. So
I mean, we do, but we shouldn't. So, no, they're good. They're good. They hit a spot, I guess. Yeah, that's as good as I can do, Danny.
no, you're just very in your mind.
As good as I can do.
Marcelo Peralta was saying, I bet it's a mini lasagna.
Oh, lasagna cadaver.
Liad was saying, I didn't get a notification. Hello.
Liad.
Hey, Liad.
Betrayal.
Why didn't you?
Because you were asleep.
Sofía Centurión dice, buenas chicos, me acompañan mientras almuerzo en el trabajo.
La Sofi.
Hola, Sofi. ¿Qué está almorzando, Sofi?
Es un plato tipo ensalada.
No, es ensalada, te solo
Sí,
raro.
ahí me fui,
Sí.
ahí me volé.
Pero
Es
un plato tipo estuvo...
ensalada,
No, un plato tipo estuvo bien.
Un plato tipo, qué sé yo, ensalada con una frutita, algo de vegetales.
O sea, una
Yo no sé,
ensalada.
tengo hambre. Yo termino y digo, ¿qué estoy comiendo? Sí, así te ves bien. Come más, Sofi, me repito, todos los días. Todos los días. Sí,
Lástima que
¿yo
no
para
haya una
qué?
cámara.
¿Yo para qué?
Una cámara que
¿Y
te
yo para
muestre
qué
a
me
ti
esfuerzo?
haciendo así con los hombritos y
Sí,
moviendo
pero
la
¿y
cabeza.
yo para qué me esfuerzo?
Nicolás Olivari dice, jaja, ese acento. Y Sofi dice, quinoa con un salteado de tofu, lentejas y verduras.
No,
Jajaja.
pero qué tristeza. Es como comer aire, te digo. Es aire con sabor.
Nicolás Olivari dice, tranquilamente puede pasar por uruguayo o argentino.
Te lo pasás y tu cuerpo dice, ¿pero a dónde se fue todo?
Y Sofi dice, jaja, no puedo,
Esto es-
basta, Nico,
esto
no
es
soy
aire.
porteña.
Esto es aire. Es aire. Que
Mm,
yo creo que me lleno.
mi amor, ya.
Yo creo. Yo le digo a mi estómago, llenate. Llenate. Mi estómago me dice, estás loca. Estás loca.
Ese estás loca final te sonó raro, pero
No, estás loca.
10 de 10.
Demente.
Mm,
Ya no salgo.
ya no salgo a
Ya no
donde
salgo a ningún lado. Si me dan quinoa, ¿con qué? ¿Con qué más era?
Salteado de tofu, lentejas y verduras.
Gracias, nada, nada. Me pongo a escarbar una basura y encuentro mejor nutrición.
Noel C. dice, ¿ustedes sueñan con pintar o hacer arte? Tuve mi primero la semana pasada, pero me parece que era un stress dream.
Yo
Creo que
nunca.
yo he tenido,
Yo no.
pero no, yo he tenido como, me acuerdo en la universidad en épocas como de finales, pero yo creo que eran también como inducidos por estrés.
¿Sí?
Entonces me acuerdo más como del estrés de no poder terminar algo o como de sentir que tenía que acabar algo,
Sí.
que de específicamente haber visto como la pintura que estaba haciendo o una escultura o sea, sabía que estaba haciendo algo relacionado con,
Sí.
pero no lo tengo muy claro.
Yo una vez, un plato de quinoa.
¿Pintaste un plato de
Un
quinoa
plato de
o lo
quinoa.
esculpiste?
Plato de
O lo
quinoa. Un
escupiste.
sueño vacío.
Eh, a ver. Cody Winnicky was saying, I went to a band gallery to see a Sphinx cat Jennifer Gennari painted on a palette. It was so good. I didn't know it was there, but they also had an original of yours hanging in what I assume was a permanent collection.
What? Which one? Now I'm curious.
And Cody was saying, it was the first original of your work I ever saw, and I was so excited to happen across it by accident.
Oh my God, let it be a good one. Which one was it? Now I'm nervous. Was it in a gallery or
In a band. A band
Oh,
gallery.
a band. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had some work there. Are there unsold works there? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Let's see.
What are you searching for, Daniel Ira?
No, to see if they have,
The piece?
like, yeah, what piece it is, maybe.
Yeah. Did I do the pandemic show with them? Was that it?
I don't remember,
I feel
but you
terrible.
did this one too. Maybe if you can see, but this one
Yeah.
sold.
No, but those were.
But this
those
one's
were
long
older.
ago. Yeah. I remember. But the 30 days.
That was
30
with them.
days. It was with them.
I think so. It wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
yes.
so maybe it's one of those.
So 30 days. Let's see.
Maybe David bought one of those.
I don't know.
I don't remember. There were some good ones there. No, a lot of them. I was like, those were genuine. I mean, they felt a lot like the, like our Painted Lives paintings. So those were done in the watercolor paper.
Yeah, I don't. Because I want to see if there's one available.
Yeah? You want to buy one?
No. Well, just to see if maybe it's that one. But I don't see.
Well, Cody can,
yeah,
tell us what he saw. Easiest way to answer that.
Sophie dice, chicos, ¿algún consejo para viajar sola por primera vez?
Uy,
Sophie, ¿cuándo es el viaje
Brasil.
ya? ¿Ya casi?
¿A Río es que era? ¿Río?
No me acuerdo. No, creo que no era en Río.
Creo que sí, ¿no?
Sí, no sé.
¿Dónde era Sophie? Consejos, Sophie, ordenadita. No le acepte nada a nadie.
No, pues sí, pero ahí
Sí.
estás dando consejos como...
Como de vida. Sí, ¿qué tipo de Sophie, ¿qué tipo de consejos?
No, esa
Consejos.
Sophie es en enero, pero me tengo que mentalizar.
Pero Sophie, ¿consejos de
Sophie.
artista o consejos de ser humano?
Sí. Consejos de ser humano. Una pila extraíble para el celular es buenísimo. Muy necesaria.
Que donde vaya haya wifi o para que
O
se pueda
comprar una
comunicar.
SIM.
O comprar una SIM.
Sí. En el aeropuerto son más caros.
Sí, como en
Pero
una
sí es
tienda
bueno tener
X.
una SIM como para tener mapa.
Un
O
mapa
pues se
por si
puede
uno sale a
imprimir un mapa.
Sí.
Pero pues hoy en día se tiene en el celular, es más fácil.
Hacerle caso a los locales de dónde puede ir uno, dónde no. Porque en
Ujú.
todos los sitios de este planeta, por lindos que sean, hay sitios a donde uno debe decir como, ay,
No,
voy,
allá no voy, sí.
pero o de pronto no voy sola, o de pronto voy pero acompañada.
Ujú.
O sea,
¿Qué más?
bien.
De pronto llevar Sencillo, cash, no sé cómo se dice.
Sí,
De pronto
bueno,
llevar alguno, pues si está
casi.
sola.
Bueno, pues sí, si uno no tiene como una tarjeta que lo saque a uno de
No, pero mira que
problemas.
tú y yo siempre llevamos la tarjeta y retiramos para tener así sea algo de cash en el
No, pero fíjate
bolsillo.
que fuiste tú la vez
Pues
pasada,
sí,
pero yo
pero
hace
y la
rato
verdad
ya no,
estuve de
linda.
buenas porque en algunos sitios donde paré a comprar gelato, o sea, en sitios chiquitos, yo pagaba, era como así,
Efectivo.
sí,
Sí, pero uno puede sacar allá en un cajero cualquiera. ¿Sí me
sí.
entiendes? O sea, eso no sé si,
Mm,
si sea, o sea, es raro, pero yo creo que uno es el que piensa que tener efectivo es súper importante hoy en día. Y la verdad, hay tanta gente que ya no anda sin efectivo, la verdad.
Sophie dice, ambos, jaja, nunca viajé sola a otro país, entonces siento que hay cosas que se me puede pasar de largo o son obvias y yo no sé.
Mm,
Em, Tener claras las direcciones para dónde va, que a veces en el aeropuerto
sí, yo siempre,
dicen eso, yo las anoto en un cuadernito siempre.
saber
Si a uno
cómo,
le dicen a dónde va, no es que uno diga, no, pues no sé, va a un taller, no. Es como voy a ir a tal lado, tal, 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 tal. De pronto si el lugar que está dando el taller tiene datos, como un teléfono de contacto o algo, también tenerlo anotado.
tú
Yo
dices
no
para
los...
el aeropuerto, por
Ajá,
inmigración.
sí,
Sí, sí. Bueno, quién sabe si molesten ahí en Brasil, ¿no?
pero no sé,
Yo
o
cuando
sea...
fui ni me acuerdo, no me dijeron nada.
mm,
Yo tendría claro, por ejemplo, cómo voy a llegar hasta el sitio donde me voy a quedar. O sea, tendría súper claro eso.
como
Como,
averiguarse
¿dónde
también.
está el aeropuerto? ¿Cómo son las maneras de llegar cerca a donde me voy a quedar o hasta donde me voy a quedar? Si hay un bus, si hay un metro, si lo ideal
Taxi.
es taxi, cuánto debe costar el taxi como para que no lo roben a uno o le cobren a uno de más, pues. Pero yo tengo siempre súper claro como la zona en la que voy a estar, qué hay alrededor de la zona en la que voy a estar. Por
Ujú,
ejemplo, si quiero salir a hacer como, si quiero salir a un supermercado
ujú,
a comprar algo para, de pronto voy a un Airbnb, tienen, no sé, una neverita o algo.
sí.
Entonces puedo poner ahí cosas para desayunar o puedo comprar frutas o puedo comprar
Mm.
quinoa.
Que la verdad lo que hacemos tú y yo, o
Sí,
sea, siempre como tener un mercadito cerca,
sí,
como tener en mente ese mercadito y vamos cada rato a comprar cosas.
sí,
Diferente pues si es un hotel, pero también uno en un hotel puede llevar sus cosas.
claro, claro.
Em,
Sí, como ese tipo de cosas.
no sé qué más,
Saber
Sofi.
si quedo cerca de donde el taller se va a dar o
Ujú,
si tengo que movilizarme hasta el taller. Entonces, ¿cómo me voy a movilizar?
ujú.
Mm, no sé, es que a mí me gusta. Yo soy el tipo de persona que me gusta tener como muchas cosas claras. O
Yo
sea, al
también.
final de pronto todo cambia cuando uno esté allá. Pero yo me he dado cuenta que, pues, entre más como noción tiene uno de hacia dónde va, de más o menos cómo es esa zona, uno siente que llega un poquito más listo, uno
Sí.
siente que llega como preparado.
Y la verdad, perdóname, perdóname.
No, dale.
No, que iba a decir que para mí, o sea, Google Maps es
Sí,
una ayuda impresionante. O sea, no tiene uno, no tiene uno ni siquiera que preguntar en algún sitio cercano si sabe a dónde quiere ir y tiene Google Maps. Le
sí.
facilita a uno todo.
Pero eso significa que uno tiene que usar o los datos que uno tiene
Ujú. O
de
una
su
SIM.
celular con roaming, que hay veces es venenosísimo y costosísimo. O sea, yo soy súper afortunado porque el plan que yo tengo aquí en Colombia
Que
me
ya
deja
no hay.
usar mis datos como roaming cuando viajo.
Oye, pero sabes que mi hermana me dijo que el roaming ahora, o sea,
No es tan
yo
costoso
tenía,
como antes,
no, imagínate,
pero
5.000 pesos el día.
no, pero no, pero tienes que averiguar bien.
En Estados Unidos, mi hermana acaba de llegar y pagó 5.000 pesos el día.
Bueno,
O sea, si uno va un mes, obviamente es mucho más barato comprarse una SIM y utilizarla, pero si uno va un par de días, o sea,
pero
ya me
¿qué es cinco
dijo,
mil pesos el día? ¿Cuánto? O sea,
40 gigas creo que me dijo que le daban diarias. O sea, ella me dijo, nunca me
40
acabé.
megas.
No sé, toca
Sí.
hablar con ella. El caso es que acaba de
No, es que
llegar.
40 gigas es una
No importa,
barbaridad.
acaba de llegar.
Sí importa.
Pues, pero mi amor, te estoy diciendo es que ella me dijo que pagó solo 5.000 pesos colombianos al día y nunca se quedó sin datos.
Bueno,
Entonces,
lo que pasa es que uno en roaming nunca se queda sin datos. Lo que pasa es que se los cobran.
pero pagó 5.000 pesos al día.
Bueno.
Pero sí, si no comprar una SIM es súper fácil. Eso fue lo que yo hice en ambas, ¿no?
En
Sí, en
España
ambas.
y en Roma, sí,
Sí,
señora.
en ambas. Sí, señora. Cody was saying, it was like 4 years ago when I went. It was a girl sitting. Oh, so 4 years ago, maybe it was the one that I was showing you?
Maybe.
Like that first show, not the one.
Yeah, but that one had I only sent 2 paintings or 3. I don't remember.
Maybe he went when they were showing that.
Maybe.
Maybe, because if it was 4 years ago,
Yeah, I think that checks.
yeah. So not the 30 days, but the
No.
other one. The other show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Emilio Sorni dice, hola, por fin llegué a un live.
Sorry.
Hola, Emilio.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry de que haya llegado, no.
Mhm.
Emilio dice, oigan, igual no había tenido la oportunidad, pero qué hermoso se ve el libro. Esta pintura podría ser el empaque de comida de un astronauta en Marte, jaja. Fue lo primero que pensé.
Puede ser.
Puede ser. Drawing Things was saying, question if it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
100 anything.
They were saying, what would you recommend to start with for painting in terms of medium and palette for someone who has intermediate drawing skills but never painted before? And they were saying, I'm interested in oils and I like charcoal, sort of messy and abstract, but still a balance of realism.
Okay. In terms of medium and what was
medium
palette?
and palette, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're saying that they have intermediate drawing skills.
Yeah.
So I've known
you
that.
probably feel comfortable with your drawing then.
Mm-hmm. But I was gonna say, I'm sorry, that
No, go ahead.
I've heard you recommend people using like black and an earth, or maybe black and white. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and then start adding like maybe red, and then start adding another one. So they don't just like think that they have to buy a 20 color palette, like 20 different tubes of paint to start, because then they would have no idea where to start.
Yeah, can I ask, have you ever painted before or no? Or these are like your first paintings ever? So maybe I can suggest something based on that.
Because they said,
also.
but never painted before.
Never ever painted. Oof. So yeah, simpler the better. The simpler the better. The first thing you want is just to get a feel for what it means to paint. Like a feel, brushes in your hand, paint on a substrate, move paint around.
They were saying yes, but very little, only digital mostly.
Okay, but yeah, so you don't need anything that's weird. All you need is what Danny was saying, you could start doing grisailles. You could start copying paintings, let's say whatever painting you like. Just moving paint around is going to tell you so much about how painting feels, like what the act of painting feels like. And it doesn't mean that you don't, you're going to take a very long time to start to introduce color onto this, equation. It just means that if you do things slowly, it's each of those steps is going to feel like an assured step, like a firm step, and a step that you can lean on so you can push a little bit forward. So there's no need to overcomplicate it right now. Maybe if you're learning how to put paint down, but you've never, for example, worked with, let's say, primary colors like red, yellow, blue, and let's add white to that palette, that's maybe feels overwhelming. And I'm not here saying that no, you could tell me no, no, no. I've done stuff with colors in digitally, so I kind of know my color theory. Yeah, but painting, you have to move color around. And chances are at the beginning, your colors are going to get muddy and dirty just because you're pushing them around too much. Or you don't know how to control properly like the amount of color that you want to put down. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm not saying it's going to take a ton of time, but a little bit of time. So it's probably easier for you to just do paintings, to concentrate on doing paintings that don't rely upon anything else than just, manipulating paint on a surface. Super easy. Super, super simple, super easy. So yeah, so you're fine if you just take an earth tone in white or black and white or blue, a dark blue and white, anything that gives you a full range of value, right? That you can get the lightest light and the darkest dark. You'll be fine with those. And as far as medium, you don't need to use like a ton of medium to feel like that's an introduction to painting. If you want to go super, super traditional, you want to start with you can start with a medium that is equal parts turpentine or solvent or, whatever solvent that you can find, and linseed oil. This is like very, very, very traditional. I don't think that's a great medium, but if you want to start with like what oil feels under your brush, then perfect. So yeah, equal parts oil and terps, paint, very simple paint, and any substrate that you can get, be it a hard board of some sort, masonite, MDF, whatever, or canvas. I mean, those are two different experiences, quite different. You're going to need to, again, if you want like a proper experience of paint, you're going to need to prepare that surface to be painted on. So you're going to need like gesso. You don't need to buy, rabbit skin glue. You don't need to seal it with like hide glues. So don't worry about that for now. But you do need like some sort of acrylic gesso. Just get some good acrylic gesso. Get like a big, bristle brush or a foam brush. And you could do about, let's say, 3 coats, maybe 4 coats, if you want to if you want to push a little bit further. Sand it between each coat. Let it dry. Let each coat dry. Sand it. Put it in different directions. So if you do 1 coat like that, next you let it dry, sand it. You don't sand it with like a super heavy grit. Just gently sand it. Then you put another coat this way. Don't plop the gesso onto the surface. Thin layer of gesso is perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that's good. As far as brushes, get some cheap bristle brushes that can be flats or rounds or filberts, and get some cheap synthetic brushes that can be flats or rounds or filberts. And try those out. Try them out. They deposit paint differently, so they take paint from the palette and they put it on the surface differently. And the shape in which they put it is also quite different. So that's what makes them very different from one another. No, then that's about it. Keep those things in mind. Keep it simple. Be consistent. Consistent in the sense that, try to have like a set exercise that you're trying to do. Execute on it. Try to do that as much as you can. And yeah, in no time you'll be comfortable painting. I think that's good. Maybe.
Drawing Things was saying, thank you so much. That's super helpful. So nice of you to take some time to go in depth.
Come on.
Peck Art was saying, I like the simple palette of John Stobbart. Titanium white, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, cadmium lemon, Windsor red, and permanent green.
Right. But, this is somebody who's like starting to paint.
Yeah.
Starting to paint. So, if you right from the start, you already say there's a yellow, a red, and a blue, there's like color theory involved in there. So that's tough. if you from the start say there's temperature involved, so you could do like a burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and white palette, which is very, very cool palette also. It's a very nice palette. Yeah, but there's temperature there involved. So that's a little bit more difficult. But if you just want to get the feel of painting, of what it means to move paint around, to what it is to put paint thickly, thinly, you don't need anything except just a few pigments, and then that's it. So, yeah, simple.
Sophie dice,
I'm a fan of simple, so,
Sophie dice,
Sophie.
sí, eso lo voy a averiguar en la empresa en la que tengo la SIM. Seguro tienen roaming medio en cuenta porque es acá al lado. Y el seguro de vida, dicen que valga la pena, jajaja.
Es que...
Pero Sophie, yo creo, pues yo no sé, acá por lo menos, dependiendo el sistema de salud al que uno esté afiliado, o también hay por tarjetas de crédito,
Esos tienen como...
tienen seguros de vida. Yo sé que hay unos países donde, seguros de salud, yo sé que hay países donde es obligatorio. No sé cuáles, no sé si Brasil esté. A ver.
Yo nunca he viajado a un sitio que me obligue, linda.
Sí, sí hay.
No, pero yo
Pues
te digo, o sea, no, yo sé. Yo nunca he viajado a un sitio donde me hayan obligado a tener un seguro de salud. Cuando van estudiantes, sí. Cuando uno es estudiante,
¿En
lo
qué
obligan.
países es obligatorio tener asistencia al viajero? Ya estoy haciendo clic. Estos son los países en los que es obligatorio ingresar con un seguro de viaje. Argentina, Argelia, Alemania, Austria, Bélgica, Bulgaria, Chile. Bueno, entonces no está Brasil. Sí está en orden. No está Brasil. Pero sí, sí hay.
No, yo he ido a Argentina y no me acuerdo.
Pues igual de pronto fuiste hace mucho tiempo, pero...
Sí, fui hace tiempo. No, o sea, recuerdo que de pronto alguna vez tuve que presentar como los papeles de la prepagada. Entonces de pronto puede ser.
Pues igual te lo estoy leyendo. O sea, yo sé que es algo que es obligatorio. No aparece Brasil en la lista.
Sí, pero
Pero
es curioso,
sí.
porque no es en todos o sea, claramente no es en Europa, no es en Estados Unidos, no es en Canadá que he ido, o sea, es en algunos países, pero no es la norma.
Bueno, aunque según esto en Italia.
No, pero pues comprobamos que no es cierto. Nunca nos exigieron ningún papel.
Según esto, no sé. Pero, pues Sofi, yo creo que yo averiguaría antes si como que alguno de las cosas que dijimos tiene algún convenio, porque normalmente hay algunos convenios y ya tiene uno un seguro de salud con eso. Pero aparte de eso, los que venden, yo la verdad nunca he comprado.
No, eso es innecesario. Como Assist
Pues,
Card y esas cosas.
Yo nunca lo he comprado,
Sí,
no sé.
no. A mí se me hace que es como un robo eso.
No sé.
Por eso, a mí.
Por eso yo dije, y yo digo, no sé.
Mi universo, mi
Tu
experiencia.
universo, sí. Ginny Joy Art was saying, hello.
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 Cody Winnicky was saying, I went specifically to see the Jennifer Gennari painting. It was a show where everyone painted on palettes. I was about to leave and just happened to glance over and saw your painting. It was alone on a wall.
Yeah, I don't remember
so maybe it was...
I think it probably hadn't sold, Cody. That's what was happening. And it eventually sold, because I know that painting is not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they were probably like keeping it like on the wall. Very nice that they would still show it so that people could see it. So
So Liad was saying, drawing things, I will say this. I hate painting on gesso. I prefer acrylic matte medium. You also don't need to sand it or acrylic binder like Nicolas uses. And drawing things was saying, Liad, I will try it out. Do you know how to make the oil paint not smudge as much if you want to paint a layer over it? I've seen Nicolas do it sometimes in one stream.
Oh, yeah, but that's. I mean, it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying like, oh, what I do is so difficult. No, no, no. But
Step by step, I would say.
yeah, what I do is something that a lot of people consider that, you're not supposed to do it. So it's almost like painting in a way that you're not supposed to paint. And painting feels quite different when you paint the way it's supposed to be done. It's appropriate. It's just, it makes a little more sense. What I do is work on a raw surface that, because because the fibers are pretty much open on the paper as you apply paint, it means that they're going to absorb, whatever you're putting on top of them very, very quickly, like very, very, very quickly. But you have to have like a little bit of a feel for paint to know how much you're putting down first and how much you have to wait until the paper kind of lets the paint sink in. So I'm not saying like you can't figure it out. Of course you can figure it out. It's not rocket science, but it's easier to figure it out once you kind of understand how paint behaves. Because I've also had people in workshops that try, they get the same, moleskin that I paint on, and they get paints. Paints are like, they don't make much of a difference, but, they try it with their paints, and they go immediately back to like something more traditional because they say, okay, this is horrible. Like painting like this is not fun, and it's, it may work for you, but it's not something for me. So I would say as a first experience in painting, doing this, I don't know. I think it may render your painting experience like I'm not saying that it's not going to be enjoyable, but I much rather, if it's the first time you're going to paint, I would hope that you would just want to feel how traditional painting feels. And then if that's not sufficient, then you can start to, as you gather experience, you can start to try a bunch of stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care for like traditional, if you're like, no, I'm super expressive, I just want to give this a shot. Oh, dude, then just get a moleskin sketchbook and nothing. All you need is like straight paint, no medium. So I'm making things like a lot cheaper for you. Straight paint, no medium, and paint away.
But
and that's it.
Like you were saying, maybe it would give a different
I think it's
approach
a tainted,
to painting. So, for example, Liat was saying, I hate painting the way Nicolas paints. It feels bad, LOL. I enjoy painting on sealed paper, not raw paper. So, yeah, I think it's good to see, like to start seeing by yourself what do you like and what you don't like. Because maybe if you are somewhat like Liat that does not enjoy raw paper and that's the first encounter you have with painting, maybe...
Yeah, you're going to get like a painting. Weird first impression.
Yes.
And it's like, no, painting can be super nice. You can paint on a board, on a nicely primed board, and your experience can be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wouldn't, me as a painter, what I would never want is for you to get this first experience and then to say, this was fucking horrible. Like painting is horrible.
I quit.
Oil painting is horrible.
Back to drawing.
And it's like, how did you paint? No, I just grabbed some paint and I painted on my sketchbook. And it's like, what?
Raw paper and no medium and no.
Painting teachers would tell you like, okay, that's okay, but that's not painting.
Mm-hmm. Liat was saying that's why I don't like painting on gesso. It feels like raw paper to me. Really? I think it feels very different in my experience.
It's slick. It's very, very, well, depends, but I mean,
yeah, it depends on the
traditional gesso is non-absorbent. It's just like almost like think of it as like a plastic that you're putting on top of your surface. So traditional gesso, if you put enough of it, it's a slippery slope, I would say. If you're putting barely enough there, and you can sense a lot of the cotton canvas or whatever it is you're painting on. Yeah, that the surface is going to be absorbent.
Drawing things was saying interesting, trying to get as much info because I'm on a short budget, so don't have much money for material. So, yeah, I mean, as you were saying, grisaille
Yeah, grisaille is
would
perfect.
be perfect.
More
Yeah.
than fine.
Mm, Liat was saying acrylic gesso is absorbent. At least that's how it feels to me. All primed or acrylic medium is the best. Oil primer, maybe, or acrylic medium is the best. Mm,
But the acrylic resin in in acrylic gesso, is the same one in a primer, um, Liat. So, maybe because it has pigment on it, you feel that that's a little bit different. But acrylic gesso can feel as plasticky as you want. If you put, if you're putting a lot of it down, it feels like painting on plastic. It really does. Again, if you put enough of it, sometimes people don't put a lot of it. I remember Steve Assel saying that he put like 10 coats or over 10 coats on his masonite because he would thin it down. So he would put a ton of like tons and tons of coats of acrylic gesso on top, and the surface was like a tile. It just felt like a slippery tile
hmm.
when he was done with that, which is very weird for somebody who's going to, well, not weird actually, but somebody who was going to pile so much paint on top of the surface. But he probably needed that feel for the shadow, for the more transparent shadows part.
Liat was saying maybe I haven't used enough gesso, but they have additives to it to give it more grit too.
Not all gessos, but yeah, yes, some gessos feel like sandpaper
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, but I wouldn't say that that's traditional acrylic gesso. Like if you buy Lefranc or golden acrylic, like regular acrylic gesso, it's no, it should be something, it shouldn't feel that weird.
Cody was saying, I'm with you, Liat. I can't stand an absorbent surface. Just gotta try all the things until you find the one you like.
Yes.
My favorite is gessoed cardboard,
Oh,
and I don't
beautiful.
sand it either.
I love it
I
too.
love leaving the texture in the gesso.
Yeah, cardboard has a beautiful way of absorbing gesso. And it feels very, I don't know how to explain it, like organic.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a pulpy kind of grabby feel
Hmm.
to it that I adore also. I love it. I remember one of the first paintings I did on cardboard, just like a regular cardboard, like one of those gray cardboard. Uh I painted a green apple from life, and I was like, woof, loved it. I don't know what it was, but it just, everything gelled for me at that moment, and I did like a kick-ass painting of a green apple.
Mm-hmm.
It had like it came with a little stem, so I
Mm-hmm.
painted like
With a little
the
leaf? Oh.
leaf and the stem. It was so nice, but just the surface was perfect. I don't know. The surface for me was just, it felt perfect. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah.
Peck Art was saying, my first experience with painting was a cheap opaque watercolor set. I painted with them for years before trying oils.
That's great. And it may not be the best, but it's like, this is how I paint. Like, this is how I've learned how to manipulate paint and mix paint. And I'm sure, well, it probably wasn't jarring, but I'm sure the transition was strange.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's your paint, and it gives you an experience, that for sure is going to be able to teach you a ton of stuff. So,
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm a fan of like using whatever you can afford and whatever is available to you. So,
Yeah. And that also helps you not limit yourself, just thinking that you need like the most expensive things to paint.
Oh yeah,
Because
if
if
you're
you have
thinking,
like a very raw start,
yeah.
it's like I can do anything. I mean,
Oh yeah, if you can paint with like shitty brushes, you know, it
and it's
doesn't
like,
mean that you have to graduate to expensive brushes,
no,
but it means that
you can
if
transition
yeah,
like
if you
back and
want,
forth.
right, that if you want, they're right there, but they're not going to change you as an artist. You've already felt what it means to paint with whatever you have. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be good.
Cody was saying drawing things, cardboard is also a great money saving substrate. Haha.
Oh, I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Mm, Noran was saying my first experience with oil painting in college was on paper. It was scary. Haha. Gray Jimenez was saying greetings, muchachos. Hola, Gray. ¿Qué tal? Atomic Night was saying hi. Hi. Mm, let's see. Mm, Sophie dice muchas gracias, chicos. No, Sophie, ¿qué tal? Y los nervios son
Normales.
normales, sí. Yo creo que uno se asusta mucho y ya estando allá se da cuenta como, no, esto no era tan complicado.
Sofi, pregúntele a Dani. Pues, o sea, Dani está aquí nomás, no tiene que
Sí.
preguntarle,
Que,
pero
que me pregunté qué.
es un decir. Yo siempre me pongo nervioso antes de hacer talleres. Siempre que tengo que viajar, como que siempre digo, como que hay un poquitico de algo que me pone nervioso.
Sí.
Y después llego y todo es normal o todo es como, si hay problemas, todos son como problemas que se pueden solucionar súper fácil. O sea,
Sí.
nada nunca es un problema como que uno no pueda superar. Y al final, cuando ya me estoy devolviendo, digo, todo pasó muy rápido. O sea,
Sí, sí, sí.
todo
Pasó
fue,
volando.
sí, todo fue como lo disfruté todo, la gente fue amable, todo. Y ¿sabe qué es lo chévere, Sofi? Que al final la vida, como que esas son experiencias que uno va teniendo que le van sumando a uno en la vida. Entonces, por más de que le vaya a uno perfecto o por más de que haya problemitas, todo eso es bueno. O
Mm,
sea, para experiencia de vida de uno, todo eso es súper, súper esencial.
Sí, y lo que dices es cierto. Yo creo que el cerebro de uno vuelve hasta las cosas más sencillas, o sea, las hace ver como si fueran un problema gigante. Entonces uno se puede empezar como a enfrascar en, ay, pero ¿y cómo voy a hacer? Pero ¿y yo qué voy a comer? ¿Y cómo voy a salir a comprar algo? ¿Y cómo voy a tal cosa? Y uno llega y uno se da cuenta, no, pues este es otro lugar distinto al que yo vivo, pero es otro lugar donde hay tiendas al lado, donde hay supermercados, donde hay restaurantes, o sea, como que la cabeza a uno lo vara
Sí.
en cosas que a la hora de la verdad son súper sencillas de resolver. Mm,
Y en cuanto a vida, Sofi, nunca vaya a hacer nada que no quiera hacer. O sea, todo el mundo va a salir a no sé qué. Y si uno quiere irse a dormir, o uno quiere irse a caminar a conocer uno solo, o uno quiere irse a hacer lo que se le venga en gana.
o si uno se siente seguro devolviéndose a donde se esté quedando. O sea, si uno dice, "Ay, es que no quiero ir porque algo me dice que no me va a gustar devolverme solo, o no sé cómo me voy a devolver, o no sé tal cosa, Sofi, siempre seguir el instinto de uno. O sea, si algo a uno le dice que no, no. No rotundo, Sofía. Mm, let's see. Mm, Jared
Wise.
Wise, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
was saying the book proofs looked great a few days ago,
Thank you.
especially what you picked for the cover.
Oh,
Thank
we're
you.
very happy with that.
Yes. So happy that people are liking that.
Yeah, that
decision.
choice, we thought about another one time, and then we realized, no, this one's it.
Yeah. Like as soon as we saw that one, we were like, yes. Like as soon as we got to that idea, we were like, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Period. Salmon Catcher was sending a happy face. Hey, Salmon. Carla Anglada was saying, hi, Danny and Nicolas.
Carla.
Hey, Carla. And Carla was saying, I really like this still life. Is there a Pop-Tart in the bag? Oh, that could be too.
Could be.
It was a bag of some healthy cookies. I don't know why I said healthy cookies and not cookies.
Well, it's better than...
it makes me feel better.
A little bit.
Healthy cookies. Yeah.
That never taste as good as unhealthy
They
cookies.
are really good.
Never as good as
No.
the unhealthy ones.
Nicolas.
I mean, but it's an objective truth, I think.
Yeah, but that's just a way of like your brain telling you we can't do something. It's
What?
like
No.
because it's like no, they are never gonna be as good. So it's like you're always gonna be dissatisfied
No,
because they're not the other ones.
Just an objective truth.
Pop-Tarts. There's like long time I haven't had a Pop-Tart.
But you remember that you got some for
I bought some.
Samu?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and
we
Fer.
got them. We ate them when I
ate some
bought
of
them. Yeah,
yeah.
I did too. But that was long ago, maybe a year ago.
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Because also I bought like a huge
Again, not super healthy.
huge box,
Yeah.
and it flew away.
You bought a bunch of boxes, actually.
No, it was a box
Oh, it had like
that
variety
contained little
box.
boxes. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, Samu hit those hard, I
Yeah.
feel.
and
love
fair,
that stuff.
and fair.
Yeah, but I think Samu loves those things.
But fair too.
Last week, we very quickly realized that they adored some like
Healthy cookies.
sugar-free cookies that Danny had bought.
But
Oh
it's
my God,
crazy
they
'cause
inhaled them.
It comes. It's like a box, and it comes with little
Six
like
packs to a
bags.
box. 6 little packs to a box.
And every single bag has 6 cookies.
Small.
Small. Well, they're like this, yes,
They're
but
small.
they're cookies. I mean, yeah, like that's the portion. They ate one box in a day,
Yeah.
less than a day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna try
So
them.
my kids.
Oh, the
Little
box
animals.
is empty.
Yeah, they're animals.
I was like, what's going on?
No, they're animals.
And then we bought them again the next day. Gone in a day.
Yeah. They're getting to be unmanageable, I feel. Unfeedable. Unsatiable.
Unsatiable.
Yeah.
Salmon Catcher said, I love truth. Drawing things, yes. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I need some context, Danny. Help me out.
No, I have no context.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Perfect.
Drawing things. Oh, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
I
not
have
the act of
context.
drawing things.
'Cause
The
They didn't put the at.
okay.
So I thought like, I love truth. Drawing things, yes. But no, now I get it. Because drawing things was saying, you guys deserve way more exposure and subscribers. Strange how YouTube works.
Oh, we're happy with
And
what we
Salmon
have.
Catcher said yes to drawing things statement.
Okay.
And now Salmon said, you got it. Yeah. I was a little bit lost. I was like, I love truth, drawing things, yes.
I love
So I was
truth
like,
too.
yeah, I love truth and I love drawing things. Yes.
And thank you for wishing that. But it's also really cool to just have like this kind of small community.
I think it's cool as it is, and as it, like, every transformation, we're open to every transformation of
Are you
our
okay over
channel.
there?
Why?
I thought you were like fighting like a bobcat or
No, I
something.
was opening the book and closing the book.
Oh, okay.
So that was it. But yeah, we are happy with everything that the channel wants to be.
Yes.
Cody
That's a
Winnicky.
open way of saying it. Yes.
Cody Winnicky said, more subscribers. Hashtag for fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. That dream. I think that dream is gone.
Or maybe.
No. I
Maybe
think,
we're a month ago of becoming viral.
no. I think, things are in life. Sometimes things are where they're supposed to be.
No, and the good thing
I
is
think
that
our channel is where it's supposed to
I
be.
am super happy that we don't yearn for it being different.
No.
It's not like we're like, "Ugh, I hope it was." No, I mean, we love it as it is. And that's why I said that we love our channel in however shape it wants to take. Because I think it has nothing to do with the amount of people that are looking or are not looking to our live stream, watching our live streams. Like, I'm happy that we're not attached to those numbers to
No.
understand our channel as a success
Or our value.
or
Yeah.
our value.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Drawing Things was saying, what's the best way to support you apart from being here? So, Drawing Things, we have a webpage. It's called ourpaintedlives.com. And the way it is possible for us to make videos every single day is because we put the paintings and the things we do available for purchase in our webpage. So that's the reason why we can do this as our job. So yeah, there's that.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. But if you can't do those, don't worry.
No, don't worry.
With your company, we are perfectly happy, satisfied. We're
Yes.
good. If that's what you can provide for us, that is way more than enough.
Yes, 100%. Alejandro Morales dice, hola amigos, Alejandro.
Oh.
Alejandro dice, hace rato que no podía verlos en vivo, un abrazo, la pintura está tremenda, Nicolás.
Danke schön.
Y dice, extraño la paleta para ver la mezcla.
Sí, hoy es porque es larguita la pintura.
Sí, por lo que es horizontal y por el tamaño. Nos queda más fácil, si no tocaría mostrar como mucho de la... o sea, se pierde, tú dijiste una vez eso y me gustó. Se pierde como...
¿Qué dije?
O sea, habría mucho como en el real estate de lo que se ve en el video.
Sí.
La pintura ocuparía muy poquito.
Muy poco, sí.
Entonces, sí.
Cuando me dices, tú dijiste eso, me da un poquito de nervios.
No, porque tú dijiste eso y me pareció muy chévere.
Ah, pues por eso, después me sentí tranquilo.
Cacaito Pelón was saying, I got that box of Pop-Tarts too, haha. Unpopular opinion, I don't like Pop-Tarts. They lasted a few months in my pantry.
Oh.
Santi ate them eventually, haha. Cacaito, how did you try them? Because I've only tried them like out of the box, but we froze them. We froze a couple and we heated a couple. And I think both are great. It's not like I crave them. No.
No,
I think they're good. And if they're here, I eat them, which is terrible. Because it's
that's
not.
why they're not here.
Yeah, but it's not like I crave them and that's why I got them. But it's like, oh, now that you're here, let's have a Pop-Tart. So
I'll eat them raw.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
also, it's not like you crave them. It's because they are here.
No, I've never.
Again, it's like,
I have to say, never in my life have I said like, oh, I so like want a Pop-Tart right now. But if you put one on the pantry, yeah, I'll be weak enough to like probably eat some of those.
So, for example, you don't like Oreos that much.
No, I don't.
I love them.
No.
But if they're there, you would eat them and I would eat them.
Yeah.
There's like things that I just eat because they are there.
The curse of just
the pantry
things being there.
The curse of the pantry.
Yeah.
Liat was saying, drawing things, they are planning on doing online art course next year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that too. Thank you, Liat. Yeah. We are planning on doing an art course, an online art course next year.
Maybe for the premiere, we're gonna offer 2.
Maybe
2, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. And just like a little 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 teaser. We're thinking that it could be cool to also offer something for people. Let's put it vaguely. It could be cool to offer something for people that are starting to paint, like just starting to paint. And it could be cool to offer something for people that are already painting and that just want to solidify certain fundamentals.
Yes.
So I think those are going to be the first two offerings.
Cacaito Pelon
Hmm?
was saying, I hated one. I heated one and out of the box, and I did not like them. You should try, well, if you ever buy them again, you should try freezing them. They're good. Salmon Catcher said, weak, don't be weak.
What's that?
Maybe we were weak because we were saying that we were weak when we ate them. Not because
Oh,
we
oh,
wanted
I mean, don't be weak is the, yes, I mean, that's the answer to
everything.
when you just don't have the willpower. But, yeah.
Liat was saying, I just stopped eating sugar. Still have cheat
Liat.
days, but overall.
Oh, Leah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
way
very
more
cool,
powerful
Liat.
than I am.
And did you started like transitioning it, or did you cut it all in one? I don't know how to say.
Cold turkey. So cold turkey is when you stop
Did you
something.
cold turkey it,
There we go.
or did you
Transition.
made it gradually?
There you go.
Mm,
I don't think I could cut sugar.
I think we're cutting the amount
Yeah.
we ingest, but we're not
Like
cutting.
all sugars, like let's say that
all
lactose
sweeteners
or,
because
or
it's
oh, sweeteners would be very difficult because I'll have
honey.
honey. I have honey, or I'll have panela, which is like sugar cane. Yeah.
Block.
Yeah. But all sugars, I think it'd be difficult for me. I need something. Like, for example, all sugars would mean no fruit. That's very tough even for me.
Well, because according to this page,
Yeah.
that's why I was asking like what type of sugars
Yeah.
they cut. Because in this one, it says that when you
Refined
like-
sugars.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like it says white and brown sugar, syrup, honey, and molasses. And it says that a good way to start like cutting sugars is by adding a lot of fruits. So it says instead of adding sugar to cereal or oatmeal,
Yeah.
try fruits.
There we go.
So they're not cutting the sugar in fruits, you know? So
Yeah.
maybe just like processed sugars,
Yeah.
refined sugars.
Yeah, those I can get. Those I feel like, yeah. Like refined sugar, it's kind of, I think it would be somewhat easy. But all sugars, oof, tough. Yeah, sugar
so
is a hell of a drug.
Liat said, I cold turkey it.
Oh, Jesus.
I still eat fruit and I still use artificial sweetener in my coffee, but no candy or chocolates or refined sugars.
Okay, so you're taking out the bad sugars. That's a good
because
thing.
I think that's what people say when they
Yeah.
cut sugars.
Yeah.
Because
Those
like
are,
cutting every single sugars, like
almost
in fruits
impossible, I feel.
and I don't know how-
not impossible, but
I don't know if how your body would react to it. Because I think it needs.
does it need sugar?
Well, in fruits and everything, I would say yes.
It's just such a jolt of energy, I feel, that it's difficult to find like the little burst of energy that you can get from a fruit from something else.
Nicolás Olivari dice, Nico, Dani, me voy yendo, saludos, después me escriben qué les parecen las fotos.
Claro,
Nicolás, muchas gracias por las fotos.
Muchas gracias, de verdad.
Y que descanse.
Sí, vaya a dormir.
It's Daniel's Art, who's saying, hey there, how are you? Great, I bet you are.
Well, thank
yes,
you.
we're good.
Didn't give
How
us a
are
chance
you?
to answer,
Daniel Art.
but
Mm, Scravamatsu was saying, Nick and Danny, do you all like Richard Schmidt? And if you do, what's your favorite part of his work?
Um,
Favorite part of his work, as in,
like type of painting?
yeah, or as in like a specific painting? Like name one?
Oh,
Or
I don't know if I
like,
have a specific. I do. Well, first of all, if we go for like try to answer in order, I do. I don't
yeah,
know how
I do
if
too.
you
Yeah.
like Schmidt too, Danny. I actually like him quite a lot. I don't paint anything like him probably, but I still think that I read his Alla Prima book
Mm-hmm.
many years ago, maybe like 25 years ago, because my roommate actually bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think it quickly became one of those books that I was like, oh, wow, this is like great information.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Like a staple.
yeah. I think, I think that's a very, very valuable book. Um, so, yeah, I'm a fan of his work for sure. I think he was, commercial painter for, yeah, but I think in the best of ways. I just think in a type of painting with a type of painting that could speak to many people. He shaped tons of artists.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a lot of painters that were educated, directly or indirectly, um, through him, and so his impact is quite measurable, I would say. Um, and I think it's a very obvious, let's say, evolution or progression from American post-impressionist figurative painting, which
Mm.
I think it's a thing. It's actually like a thing. It's invisible for Americans because that's their history of figurative work. But I think for somebody that looks from afar, it's quite easy to recognize that is the tradition of American, like contemporary, like post impressionist, post realist, post American realist painting. It has like there's an essence to it, and I think Schmidt fits very beautifully, very seamlessly into that kind of progression, into that evolution of that painting. We're not talking better or worse, but just the way it has evolved through time. Um,
So
my
oh,
favorite sort of work. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
no. I was just gonna read what they were saying
Okay.
afterwards. So do I read it?
Yeah, please.
They were
Sorry.
saying the way he painted that White House is my favorite, and his flower/petals brushwork is just so good to add.
Oh yeah. He has like Baldini-esque brushwork.
Hmm.
He's very, almost like fencing with a brush,
Yeah.
right? What do I like? I like sketchier landscapes. I think he was a tremendous landscape painter, but
Mm-hmm.
like absolutely tremendous landscape painter. There's one landscape that is like lush, green sort of pine woods, and there's like a waterfall also.
Hmm.
That painting is, it's just craziness. He is a great painter.
Hmm.
He really is a great painter.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard for somebody to just, I don't know, it comes off as like a little ignorant if you just come straight out and say, well, he's not that good. No,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's
he's a good painter. I think he's objectively a good painter. If you don't like the subject matter or
yeah.
the sort of sentimentality that is attached to the paintings, fine. That's totally fine. That's something completely different altogether. But he is a very, very,
Mm-hmm.
very good painter. Like there's no question about it.
Yeah, and like the balance between the openness that
Perfect.
reads as a detail, but also reads as a detail.
Yeah,
So
perfect. He
beautiful.
he had this ability. You're totally right, Danny, in that. I think that is one of the most remarkable things he would do. Like it always felt like a painting. It always felt like brush marks, but he was always able to communicate a lot, like lush qualities, like
Yeah.
lush amounts of detail,
Yeah.
which is very, I mean, that is something so difficult to do
Yeah.
because that suggests that you are like aware of the essence of things,
Yes.
the very essence of things, which is it sounds godlike. It sounds strange to say it like that,
But it's
but that's
very
exactly what it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like very complicated.
Yeah.
It's not like something easy
No,
or
not
like
at all.
that you could learn by reading something or by, I don't know. It's just so hard. Also, because it always feels imbalanced, which I think it's also so complicated when you want to get into details,
Yeah.
like not get too caught into the details that there's maybe too much,
Yeah.
and
No,
like balancing that openness with the details.
yeah,
That's
his
just
paintings are, you know, they do it's almost like a tightrope. They manage to walk that fine line of saying I'm going to be very expressive, and then suddenly I'm going to stop in this little area and concentrate on this for just a second. And the but it never seemed like it was too long of a time spent doing something that, you know, proved to be capricious or something. No, it was always like, oh my God, the fact that he spent that little bit of time there was so beneficial to the painting. Like you could see it.
yeah.
You could totally evaluate it and see it. It's quite remarkable.
Uh,
And talk about saying every brushstroke counts. Like
yes.
he is that sort of painter. He really is.
And like every brushstroke you decide to put and the one you decide not to put.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Everything.
yes.
Everything had weight.
Yes.
Every decision. It's very difficult to paint that way. Very, very difficult.
Liat was saying your brain runs on glucose, so yes, you need sugar, but natural sugar and carbs, which turn into sugar. Hale End was saying how to get natural sugars, fruits. Let's see. And Liat was saying, yeah, fruits, vegetables, and carbs will give you all the sugar you need. There are videos on YouTube about how to eat right as a vegan. It's very helpful, even if you're not a vegan. Aaron Schmitz was saying carbs are the best. And an
Yeah,
emoji
what a
with some
cruel
glasses.
world. It's a very cruel world where the things that taste the best, they are not healthy. I mean, who designed this world? What sick God wanted this for us? Sick.
Salmon Catcher was saying interesting, and Liad was saying yes, Salmon. Self-improvement is good. Not sure we'd all agree on all the things one should do. I'd focus on health, career, and social, and not worry about watching habits unless it's a problem for you. Let's see. Aaron Schmitz was saying, and by the best I mean cool, not good for you. Haha. Let's see. Scravamatsu was saying, my favorite quote was, don't poke aimlessly at your canvas in the hope that the painting will emerge.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
that shit hit hard, said Scravamatsu. No,
I mean, we're
Nicola-
quoting him. We're quoting him.
No, because they said SH1T.
Oh, shite, then.
Liad was saying, what palette are you using today, Nicolas?
So we are using my my traditional, let's say, palette, which is titanium white, yellow ochre, cad red, alizarin, raw umber, which I've used very sparingly today, I have to say, and ultramarine blue. I have to accept that I've probably used just the titanium white, yellow ochre, cad red, alizarin, and ultramarine blue. So, bit of a sin for me to think about one color and then not use it. But if I'm going to be honest, I really haven't dipped into the raw umber.
Pavan Patel, who's saying, Hi Nicolas, massive fan of your work.
Thank you.
You're creating unreal work. Can I ask what paper you are painting on here? I'm sure you have answered this a million times. Sorry about that.
No.
Also, is your new book on Kickstarter sold out? Or will there be more copies sold?
Yeah, so starting with that, unfortunately, yes, it is. We're not going to make more copies than the ones that that we ended up with, and the number that we ended up with on the Kickstarter. So,
yes.
Sorry about that. The paper is a moleskin sketchbook. So, just a regular moleskin art sketchbook.
Oh, and the quote that Skravamatsu was saying was from, because they were saying something before that quote. They were saying, have you read the Sargent PDF about his process?
Yes.
It's a compilation of students talking about their time studying under him.
Yeah.
And some quotes of his.
Yeah.
So that was a quote of the PDF. They were saying, you'll ever read the Sargent Advice PDF?
Yeah.
Have you? Because I haven't.
You haven't, Danny?
No.
Oh, it's super easy to read. Yeah, I'll download it. I've always had it, but our drive had to be changed. It died on us a couple of months ago, and I had that there. I don't think. Oh, maybe I have that one on the on our other drive. Yeah, maybe I do have some stuff there. But if not, it's super easy. It's really easy to find. So I'll download it for you and you can read it.
Liat was saying, have you thought about trying to self-publish the book via Amazon? It might be possible, might be lower quality, but for people that missed the Kickstarter.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, but no, I think we are not.
I think that if it lowers the quality, Liad, I don't know if that's a compromise that would be willing to make just to make like a few bucks, to be honest. Because I'm guessing there's a cost involved there, and we wouldn't be okay. And not with Amazon. There's a couple of pages there that that you could use to publish on demand. That I would think it would be a little bit easier than going through Amazon. And then if you publish on demand, I think they can take care of shipping on their end, if I'm not mistaken, some of these places. But I don't know if both Danny and we've talked about this. I don't know if we're willing for the money that you would get, that wouldn't be that significant, to be honest, because if you're doing something cheaper, you would have to, you can't then ask people to pay as if it was something of a higher quality. And so for the money that you would get, I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't. I'd much rather have like something nice that, yes, it sadly it's only open for a few people. I mean, there's a lot of people still. We still have to ship a lot of books. They're not going to feel like a few when we're shipping them. Trust me on that. No. But I much rather feel that it's it's something special that has a place and the time, and that it speaks about those, people that were able to help us out during that time. Not to say this obviously does not mean that the people that couldn't at that particular time are less to us or mean less to us. No, not at all. It's just
like a finite chapter.
Yeah, it's just a time, and there's been books and projects that I've been, that I really, I dislike myself, which is a very unfair thing to say, because I haven't been able to like support them at those times.
Yeah.
And I really regret it. But then I also think at those times in my life, and I go like, I don't think I could have supported this. It's a sad thing, but it's true.
Hmm.
So, no. So I think we're okay. The book being what it is.
Yes. Let's see. Faceless Fortune was saying you look like a female but sound like a man. I'm confused. Oh, there's two people. My bad.
Oh,
Also-
dude. Yeah.
So welcome.
This is a day of reckoning for you then.
Yeah, we're two people. It's Nicolas painting,
And
and it's me.
and maybe you're slightly high, but you were probably asking yourself, why am I hearing a voice when she's not opening her mouth? And
because I'm back of the mic. Maybe that was it. Maybe I was covering my mouth with the mic.
Oh, there we go.
Sometimes I do that.
There
So
we go.
maybe.
But ventriloquist at best.
Well, remember, it's Photoshop.
Yeah. The best was
Photoshop
like
painting.
when
so
somebody said, "Yeah, that's not painting. You're photoshopping the hand
Yeah,
doing the
like,
painting."
don't trust them. That's
It's all
Photoshop.
digital. It's AI.
Yeah.
No, that's why you see two different Instagram handles there.
Yeah. So there's Nicolas' Instagram.
Okay,
My
that's me, the
Instagram.
male voice and the hand,
Hmm.
and Danny's is the female that you
Yeah.
can see. That
And we are in the same room.
yeah, we're a couple
We're a
feet apart.
couple?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we're a couple. You said we're a couple
Well,
feet apart.
we have to make.
So
some,
we are a couple, and we're a couple feet apart.
Wasn't a good day for
Faceless
you.
Fortune was saying, I was still worried about how you had 3 hands.
I love that it's like something you begin to worry about, and it's something that you're like, I'm still worried
No,
about that.
I love that they were like, I'm worried about the hands, but I'm more worried about how their voice sound.
Oh yeah, wait,
Because it was
chick
not like,
sounds like a guy.
wait.
That worries me. The 3 hands I can deal with. Multiple limbs, yeah. Extra limbs, fine.
They were saying, what time is it where you are? So we're in Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, and it's 12:56 p.m. So almost lunchtime for us.
And I'm almost done.
Skravamatsu was saying, how can we know if Nick is even real? Danny could be doing it all like the Wizard of Oz. So I love that the roles are inverted.
Yeah.
Because when we were doing the edited videos, there were people that commented, like, is Danny even real? Because you were always talking about me. But
Yeah.
I was editing the videos.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in the shot of the videos, but I was like in the backstage of the videos. And I love that people were like genuinely curious to know
Yeah.
if I existed.
Or maybe just like rehashing videos of some like some website in Romania that has somebody painting, and you just put it on and just talk through it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the scam is over, Danny.
Yeah.
Take the money and run.
Yeah, but I love that. I love that. Because I remember we
The
did
book?
an intro.
What book?
We did an intro with me.
Yeah.
I mean that it was a dumb joke that I
Oh, it was-
told
yeah,
you
Yeah, it was.
that you'd like sneezed. No, I was like, hey
Oh,
everyone,
yeah, you
and I
appeared.
sneezed, and then it transformed into you, and that
Oh,
was
yeah,
it.
it was terrible.
And people were like, oh my god, Danny is real.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's good.
So yes, I'm real. Nicolas is real too.
Well, I think so.
So, well,
Could be all
at least he has real hands.
simulation.
So, Faceless Fortune was saying up to 6 hands is fine. Anything after that is just too much.
That's a little creepy, I would say. Yeah, that would be suspicious, I would say.
Let's see. Pavan Patel was saying, when you're dry brushing, scumbling, like on the right side there, are you using a bristle brush? Any other tips on dry brushing? Thanks.
Well, not necessarily. Like, yes, I'm using a bristle brush but I could be using like a synthetic, and because the surface is so grabby, because it's raw and it would be highly absorbent, you would get kind of like the same result, if I have to be honest. So it's not strictly necessary for what we're doing.
Let's see. Mm,
I love how this thing doesn't look like, I mean, it slowly takes shape, but for a long time it just doesn't look like anything.
oh, but it looks 100%.
Yeah?
Of course.
Like a bag?
Of course.
Sure.
Of course. I said of course like
Of course.
in 20 different ways. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
of course. Of course.
Well, not like
course.
that. Not any of those.
Of course.
That
Well, of course.
yeah. You never came out of your mouth, that one.
Faceless Fortune was saying, any tips on landscape paintings when the light and
geez.
shadow change?
Oh, geez.
By the time I have done one bit, the light and shadow has moved for the next bit.
Yeah, don't chase it. You know, I'm not a good landscape painter. I think of myself as a competent painter that if you make me do landscapes, like I could pull off a landscape, but I'm not even close to being like a strong landscape painter.
Yeah, and like plein air.
Plein air landscape painter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm referring to that. Thank you, Danny, for the correction. But one thing I do know, and I have learned, and it's something that honestly can change your life, because when you're doing it, it may be the most frustrating thing that
Yeah.
is part of landscape plein air painting, is the fact that you know nature is going to change, period. So
And it's faster than you.
it's a hell of a
always.
lot faster than
Yeah.
any one of us. So don't chase it. Don't chase it. It's pointless to chase it. So you have to be intelligent about, you know, when to paint something, when to let it go, when to find how to identify things that change, how to identify things that remain the same, or, you know, almost the same. And when you identify those two things, like what remains slightly the same, like unchanged, undisturbed, not fully undisturbed, but, you know, somewhat
Less
undisturbed.
drastically, yeah.
Yeah, you start to realize how to organize the timing of your painting. So you'll go for things, you'll feel the urgency to go for certain things when you have to, because, you know, they are going to change, and you'll feel the comfort of going for things that are going to be constant. I think that's probably the most advice that I can give. Coming from somebody that doesn't quite do it, I mean, doesn't do it that much and doesn't do it as well as other people. So
Lo-fi, lo-fi. Faceless Fortune was saying something about lo-fi, so I'm gonna go there. They were saying, how often is this channel like this? First time I have come across you guys, and I'm drawing at the same time with a little lo-fi music.
dude, always.
Always, we're here.
What? What are
So
you talking
welcome
about?
here.
Yeah.
Faceless Fortune. We are here
Almost
every single day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Monday through Friday, almost every day. But
yeah, it would be great if you want to join us.
But
we're
lo-fi,
always here.
you know what to do. If you want to get a notification when we're live, you got to
You can join
subscribe
us,
and you got to
yeah.
ring that bell. You know what to do.
Cacaíto Pelón dice, hoy los tengo que dejar temprano porque tengo una reunión, jeje. Coco está quedando amazing. Espero
ya-
verlos pronto.
Ya voy a
Lindo día a
acabar,
todos.
Caquero
Bye.
Pelon.
Ay, yo también espero verte pronto, Cacaíto. Tenemos luego que cuadrar para un campeonato de ping ping.
Luego.
Luego pronto.
Luego.
Hasta luego, Cacaíto.
Let me change slightly this little curve. I want to change this, and then we're done.
Let's see. Scravamatsu was saying, Nick,
Yes.
I personally love
I love you too.
just
Oh, sorry.
I personally love just
Love you too.
using flat brushes.
Yeah.
But do you think different shapes of brushes have properties exclusive to them
Yeah.
that flats just can't recreate? So
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
yes, but it's not like you're lacking. It's not like you're lacking something by just using flats, because it's not like you have to have every single
No.
type of brushstroke. If you
No.
really
No.
like using flats, you won't be like yearning for a brush that would like comportarse. How do I say that?
Behave.
Behave in a different way.
Behave.
Behave.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, let's say you could only afford like a couple of flats. You can paint with flats. That's fine. Or let's say you could only afford with a couple of rounds. 100% paint with rounds. Now, when you paint exclusively with those brushes, you're going to start to realize that yes, they can do different things. They're actually they're it's not a caprice. It's not like, there's a reason why brushes have a shape. And there's a reason why brushes are made um of different like hairs. They can have synthetic bristles, or they can have like natural bristles. And natural bristles can be tough, like a hog's bristle, or they can be soft, like, Kolinsky sable. Same thing goes for synthetics. So there is a reason, and I do feel it's important for a painter to recognize the differences between the brushes. And if you want to use like a wide variety of brushes, that's great. It's not necessary, not at all necessary. Um, we have more variety in our brushes nowadays than ever, I would say, than painters have ever had. So, and that doesn't make us better painters at all. So, no, it's, go to the ones that you feel more comfortable with. If you feel like you're almost like abusing them a little too much, like, every single um, way of treating, the modeling of whatever it is you're painting, whatever your subject matter is. If you feel like you're overdoing it, then stop and, push yourself to try like a different brush, and that's totally fine. So it would be a good, and we could finish here. It would be a good moment to ask you if you're interested. We have a week where we use like a single brush to paint, like a single different brush for each painting to paint
Yes.
the paintings.
So I can link it here.
So Danny's gonna link that while I
It's one of the edited
yeah
weeks, edited video weeks. So I think it's one brush challenge.
something. Yeah. So as you're doing that, Danny, I'm gonna finish up here. I'm gonna say it was as I expected it to be. I left. I was happy leaving a very raw, kind of draggy brush marks. They sometimes feel like chalk pastel. I've come to like really appreciate how the draggy moments of those strokes can feel very pastelly. Uh, I've I've come to also understand that I can leave them be in many parts of the painting, and they can be wonderful. Um, so I think it's a nice. I mean, in its essence, it's a very abstract painting. It's highly unusual that you're able to. I'm sure people can do it, but that you're able to rationalize like every single one of these facets and grant it like a very specific condition regarding light. Because many times this thing is going all over the place as a volume. It's a highly complex volume. So the way in which it's reflecting, light, it's just a reminder of how highly complex it is. So it's one of those subject matters like yesterday's that it may feel simple. It may feel like like a crinkly, like cookie bag, like tinfoil bag, aluminum foil bag, and that's it, right? It's so kind of there that it's almost you almost forget about how complex it can be. But as the subject matter for a painting, it can be amazing. It could be absolutely wonderful. It could be invaluable because, like we were saying the other day, it teaches you through the choices that you make. So the decisions that you choose to put down in hoping to try and configure this little bag, you are essentially saying, this is how I see or understand things as a painter. Which is very different, I'm guessing. Like, I can't put the Teodora Accente or the David Campbell paintings, here. But using them as an example, which is where we started, I think Teodora does a great job at, understanding how to use foil in her paintings. I think David, in a completely different way, shows how it makes sense for his own paintings. And hopefully when you see mine, it just makes sense in my kind of draggy, very brushy, very dry way of painting. And hopefully we're able to get to the, I just said this, and I don't mean to make it sound like, what is it, like grandiloquent maybe, but, the essence of things, like what is essential about this bag that is making this bag feel like an aluminum foil bag, and how can we get that in the most, well, maybe not in the most, with the most economical of means, but, it serves no purpose to paint something that's already complicated in a highly complicated way. That is just a feat of patience and just hard work, and there's a lot of art that is about those things. But I think it's incredibly challenging, and it's one of those challenges worth going through when you can tackle something that is very, very complex, and you can, essentially break it down into little masses of color that have like certain characters of edge work when they meet together. So I don't know. I think that's going to be that was today's plan, following on yesterday's painting that was pretty much, the same. I think the DNA of these two paintings is quite similar. So we'll see if we can keep going with that, very slight theme tomorrow.
Yes.
But that's going to be tomorrow.
Yes. So just before you
leave.
No, you do like the little outro portion.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I was sharing the link for the weeks.
Oh, thank you.
Because there's 2 weeks.
Did we
so
do
there's
a 2-week?
one brush challenge.
Okay.
And one small brush challenge.
Oh.
No, so
okay.
one small brush week and one brush challenge.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So there's 10 videos
I forgot
for
about
you
that.
to see.
Yeah.
You want to see it.
Thank you, Danny.
And also to connect it with the outro.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a comment from Faithless Fortune who said,
Okay.
ding, 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 I have rang the bell. And a
Dude.
happy face.
Nice. Thank you.
So, just to do a smooth transition into you telling people.
Yeah, I don't know what, Danny. What am I supposed to? I'm kidding. Let me do this quick. So, if you're new here, thank you. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell so that you can get notifications when we go live.
And most important of all, so
Okay,
you can
keep going,
join us.
Danny. Yeah, keep going.
Because we love having your company here.
Of course.
When we do our live streams.
Yeah.
So
if it's difficult for you to be live with us because you work or because you want to go to bed, don't worry. You can check the video out later on.
I thought you were going to say you can put it and just like leave it rolling.
Okay, yeah, that would help us in some way also. But you can also check out all the edited videos that we have. Danny has done a ton of what do you call those?
Editing video?
No. Well, you did every
work?
single edited video. No, the little
playlist.
Oh, the playlist. Danny has put them in a bunch of different playlists for you. They are theme based or they're language based. So if you want to hear the ones that we do in Spanish, you can hear those. And they're weekly, theme based. So, very organized. You can spend I forget, like, it's like a week's worth or 10 days worth of listening
Like
time.
non-stop. Yeah, because we have
Nonstop.
more than 400 videos.
So if you're stranded on an island and it's very strange, but you still have your cell phone
And you have internet.
and
Yeah.
you have internet, but you have chosen not to ask for help because you feel okay being
I'm going to
stranded
use
on
this
the island.
time to watch all the Our Painted Lives videos.
More power to you. That's amazing. Just take your time, and then when you feel like battery's running out, then call for help. Yeah, so you can check those out, and you can always check our webpage to see what's available. And we really appreciate the people that can support us by buying our paintings, by purchasing our paintings.
Yes, this painting's going to be available
Yeah, a couple
at
of
our
half an hour from now. Yeah, it'll be in our webpage.
paintedlives.com.
Yes.
We have Instagrams.
Yes.
So it's Nicolas Uribeb and Daniela OCMP.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to look at our social media, I don't know, follow us in our social media. And we're so happy to be here.
Yes, and we're done.
We'll see you
tomorrow. Love
So-
you all.